up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2. No easy buckets, analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. We are back. Yeah. We are back.
Yeah.
Right. Yo, thank you so much for sending your cocks to Alex.
Shout out to Alex, man.
Yo, you guys don't know how funny this story was, okay? You guys. Oh yeah. By the way, I'm here with Akaash and Kaz. I'm Andrew Schulz, but you guys already know that.
already.
Yeah. So we're just getting right into it in the cocks. We have a lady in the room right now. Sorry, but it's going to get very uncomfortable.
It's going to get very vulgar.
Because we're going to talk about cocks. so
shout out to Ashley and Cody in the
yeah. What's up,
today,
guys?
Man.
Okay. So basically, we said last episode to send dick pics to Alex's phone.
Well, let's preface it a little bit first.
Okay.
So Alex is newly single.
Oh yes.
We were saying he's been in the gym a lot, so we were like, let's get Alex some nudes. Like, if you're a lady who listens to the show,
that's how we did it.
Send Alex some nudes, right?
Yeah.
And
I didn't know.
You came at the last second.
I wasn't
dudes only.
No, I said dicks. I said send this man dicks.
Okay, good.
I wasn't having it.
Finally, one of us had the wherewithal to send the right type of nudes. So we said send your cocks over to Alex. Okay, and the asshole army came through. Okay. Don't ask, don't tell definitely applies to the asshole army because you guys sent some cocks over to Alex. Okay, now.
It made the group chat uncomfortable, though.
Listen. Oh, yeah.
Alex,
it was a big dick.
Alex
It was a big white dick.
It
was a big white dick. The one that he sent to us. Now, here's where it gets really funny, okay? Unbeknownst to a lot of you guys, Alex has a shitty vision, right? Now, we knew that based on the girls he dates, but you guys don't know that. So Alex decided to, take his life in his own hands, and he started to get LASIK surgery for his eyes, right? Now, he went in for LASIK surgery for his eyes. When he gets out of LASIK surgery, his inbox is flooded with cocks, right? Which is already funny, but it's even more funny because now he's seeing them in HD, okay? 1080p, all right? There's no pixelated penises. This is perfect vision with the dicks.
Too, man. That was
Hey, listen, I want to implore you guys, every single person who listens to this podcast, if you have a dick, send it to Alex.
Seriously.
If you're not
I can't condone this. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
ALEXX Media.
If you're not comfortable sending your own dick, send someone else's. And also, send him just a sprinkling of titty pics. So just enough that he keeps feeling like he needs to check his DMs. You know what I mean? Like he needs to find out. And don't.
You don't want to
this
make it a
this
false
would be the
flag.
greatest thing to ever do on a podcast.
Honestly,
if this man got
whoever sends a dick and titties together, you're the legend. If we got some trans out there, send it over. Real talk.
Both.
I want both. I want that like cock that's got estrogen in it, so it's just kind of like flapping there like an elephant ear.
This would be the single greatest thing any podcast has done. If we had upwards
yourself,
of 100,000 dicks sent to Alex, how fucking funny would that be? I've been thinking about how funny that would be for the past 4 days, and I can't.
And he's been in the hospital. Akaash has been in the hospital. The one thing that's been getting him through the day is knowing that big old cocks.
He's not even thinking about his own health.
Going to Alex.
He's not even thinking about his own health. He's like, how can we get more cocks to Alex?
Real talk. Just think of how funny that is to get sent upwards of 100,000 dicks sent to you.
You know, it'd be really funny if you started sending blurry dicks and then Alex started questioning whether the LASIK worked. Like 10 blurry cocks in a row. And he's like, man, maybe my vision ain't shit after all.
Right.
All right,
it made my group chat really awkward, dog.
Son,
like, when you click on the side where it has like all the media
has all
on
the
it.
media saved?
So
That's
it's just
forever,
like,
bro.
it's like screenshots of the show and just like dicks in the group chat.
I'm in a middle seat. I'm in a middle seat on a plane, and I got the giantest white dick.
That probably made you look good. They probably thought it was
That's
yours.
the thing. At first, I was mad nervous, right? I'm like, how am I going to justify this giant white dick on my phone? And then I thought, it's your boy.
You should, listen, if you're uncomfortable sending your own dick to a girl, that's the dick pic you send.
Oh, yes.
And especially if she's not white, there's no way she's going to know. I mean, she probably won't know anyway.
I know there's a lot of people listening and probably waiting to hear from the black guy in the room to see if it was an actual big dick.
Yeah.
As the resident black guy in the room, like, it was a pretty large cock. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was like uncomfortably large.
No, it was big. And the shit wasn't even full or hard.
I was like,
the shit was half hard. The shit was going straight out.
Flop. It might have had a little flop to it, but I was like, wow, that's a mighty impressive penis.
Yo, whoever sent that dick, I want you to send your full hard dick to Alex now. Okay, none of this half-mast, we lost some soldiers shit. I want you to go full to the ceiling.
No 9/11 flag.
Yeah, none of that shit. No, nah.
The funniest thing ever, man. Thousands and thousands of dicks. You know what's hilarious?
We're going to make him have a new Instagram, and then we're going to flood that shit with cack.
Oh, man. I feel like that's basically just what women have to deal with on Tinder anyway.
Every day.
We can just phrase this as a Me Too thing.
Every day.
Yo,
this is truly all about equality. We're all about equality here at Flagrant too, right?
Right.
So, like, shout out to the ladies that listen to the show a lot. And,
lady assholes.
Yeah, like, matter of fact, Bam, we was in LA.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alicia, who was out there. We were talking about...
Who's Alicia?
You remember Alicia, the little Asian girl that was there, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about...
You get at that, dog?
Just having... Relax. Relax. That's what we're not going to talk about, all right?
No, she's Jamaican, bro.
Anyway.
She's Jamaican and Asian.
Anyway,
Great mix.
Let's steer the conversation back.
Dance hall shorty right there, bro.
So Jamaican and Asian.
Jamaican and Asian.
Cass getting money.
There we go. Thunderclap.
She's a nice girl. What I was getting at was we were discussing.
Yeah, I know what you was getting at. I know just what you was getting at.
You was trying to dip in the duck sauce.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alicia's a nice lady.
No, shout to Alicia,
Take a bite out of that pack.
Yo, real talk.
But yeah,
honestly,
man, we were talking about like just how many random dick pics that women get on a daily. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is kind of like in a weird way, bringing equality.
We're feminists.
So yeah, this is probably the most feminist thing we've ever done.
Flagrant feminist.
Yo, we are
flagrant feminists.
Hashtag flagrant feminist.
Yo, we're gonna make that a shirt, dog.
That's
flagrant
right.
Feminism.
We're gonna make flagrant feminist shirts and then oxtail dumplings to celebrate Alicia for inspiring this shit. Shouts to you, Alicia. Thunderclap one time. Thunderclap.
Oh God! All right, let's get into it, man.
I want to meet Alicia's parents, yo.
Let me tell you something. In my head, this is fucked up, probably, but anytime a person is mixed with black and anything, I'm just like, oh, dad is black. The thought that the mom could be black is that's such an emergency.
I mean, you know why? Think about it for real.
Yeah.
Is an Asian dude gonna handle a thick old Jamaican booty? That's what you really gotta ask yourself. Is an Asian dude gonna handle that daga 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 daga? You know that dance?
But that's why. That's why black women get so mad or get upset when they see a black man dating outside of the race.
Because they think there's only one man that can handle the booty.
Well, we got a white dick pic to send black women across America.
This white guy can handle all of it.
But that's the thing, though. The only time you see black women date outside their race, it's like top tier white dude. It's like fucking like Colin Farrell.
Schulz.
I guess whatever.
I just started dating white hoes.
You just started? This is true.
This is true.
This is very true. He's Andrew's a very post-racial dater.
He lived with one black woman and then never went back.
It was like that. That's the last one. That's the last thing. That's it.
But I say all that to say,
I went German after that, son. I went to where white people were invented. Don't put your hand up in the air like that when we're talking about Germany.
You sure did. Germany, man. You hailed Germany.
That's powerful. I didn't even notice. I didn't even fucking notice something right there. I was like, oh shit. I was like, no wonder the Holocaust happened. It was so fucking smooth. They got us.
Shit only black people can say.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. So, anyway.
Praise be to Wakanda.
Praise be Wakanda. Wakanda salute. Let's get into it, man. We saw this OJ shit right before we came on the air.
I haven't seen it officially.
Yo.
You got clips for us?
Do we got clips?
I saw most of it. Y'all see it? Cody, you saw it?
Dog.
Yo, the funniest thing about this in the group chat was that Kaz, for the first time in his life, thinks OJ's guilty. Akaash pointed it out. It was so funny. Kaz Kaz literally texts us, I think OJ did it. Akaash started looking at this like, no shit, motherfucker. I mean, of course he did it.
But that's how forgiving black people are, though. Like, we will give you if you are talented, black people will give you so many chances. Like
tell that to Bruno Mars.
Listen, Bruno Mars will be two-stepping at the Grammys this time next year happily, and we will clap. And our thing is like, yo, if you're talented and if you're good at something, we would give you multiple chances. Even up until now, you had people like myself and hundreds of thousands of other black people out there like, nah, I could see how OJ could have gotten away with it.
You had a great point.
Yeah.
Your point was that it wasn't that you didn't know that he was guilty. Let me clarify the sentence.
Yeah.
Sorry. Your point was that, hey, we all know he's guilty, but we are so used to getting fucked by the system that we wanted to show white America what it feels like when they get fucked by
celebrating a
murderer. Can I read the exact text? I thought the wording was actually perfect.
I think
said, we were never celebrating a murderer. We were celebrating, see this system is fucked up. Not so sweet when you're on the other end of it.
Exactly.
And that made a lot of, that was like the best I've heard it worded.
Yeah, point proven. It was like, at the end of the day, like black and white, it matters, but like green matters the most.
Yeah, money.
And OJ was a rich, affluent dude that got to beat the system because he had the most fucking powerful lawyers ever assembled in life.
Yeah.
And they took one tiny loophole and he got away with murder.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the end of the day, there was these two nameless people who got murdered. And this guy was Naked Gun. He was doing all these fucking movies and the Hall of Famer and all this type of shit. Like, of course we didn't want OJ to go to jail.
Yeah.
But our thing was, you know, this happens all the time. Like, in most cases, it's the rich white person who got away with this heinous crime, and the victims are usually not as affluent black people.
Right.
And it wasn't so much we were cheering that this guy got away with killing two people.
Right.
It was like, hey, look, when we're talking about the system's fucked up, this is exactly what we're talking about.
Right.
You know? So watching that clip watching that whole thing yesterday was just like...
Do we have the clips?
I hope so.
We don't have any clips. Yeah, let's get some clips because I haven't seen it. I watched a couple that were in the thing that you sent me. You watched the actual whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't actually. I think there was like 10 minutes left. But I watched most of it.
Explain what it is for people who...
So there was a OJ tried to come out with a book. I don't know if it came out or not, but it was called
If I Did It.
If I Did It, yeah.
Yeah, and then
the title was mad small. Like,
so apparently
the title of the book, if you look at the front page, the if is mad small
because the Goldmans had in the civil suit they won like control of all his property or something. Right. So it came to them. Do you guys want to release his book or not? Everybody said Everybody thought they're gonna be like, no, don't release it. Yeah. And they're like, no, go ahead and release it. And they put the if so fucking small.
So
and
it's
then
just I did it. Yeah.
And so this book came out, and none of us are reading, so none of us gave a fuck.
Yeah,
and then this interview
I didn't know the
they
book
did,
actually ever came out.
Yeah, it should have been out.
That was my understanding is that it came out. Now, I thought I saw on this they said it didn't come out.
Yeah.
No, it came out. I saw it.
Okay.
All right. Let's watch the clip. Yeah.
And always loved it. I think what happened, it became reverse of what she said to me when she wanted a divorce. I loved her, but I didn't like her. I wasn't in love with her. That's what she had said to me. To get a divorce, I kind of figured that's where we were at the time of her death. I loved her, but I wasn't in love with her. You know? And to some degree, I didn't really like her. I thought she was losing herself. Did you feel lost? In many ways, you know, it's almost like you were, Ron and Nicole were physically dead, and it's almost like they killed me, who I was. Also, in that short period of time. And once again, I to this day, it bugs me that it seems that people wanted me to be guilty. That really, really bothers me. And even sometimes it's I'm a little calcified to it all the day. Like, you know, my friends.
All right, how much longer do we got to watch this shit?
Yeah, this isn't the part.
Pause.
This isn't the crazy part. This is just crazy. You can see
how. Okay, boom, right here.
We have one more clip of watching.
One of these, yeah.
Hypothetical confession.
That might be it.
This might be it. This is 3 minutes, so we'll play just. Oh, motherfucker.
Well, it should be able to.
All right, it's done. It's over. It's not meant to be. We're not.
We'll find it. We'll find it eventually.
Stop clicking on shit right now. It's over. It's done. Basically, he hypothetically confesses.
He literally he doesn't so he doesn't.
He confesses.
The first hour of this documentary to me, I'm getting annoyed. I'm like, this is so fucking they made this
an hour
seem so self-important, dog. The payoff was worth it.
Yeah, it was.
Because it's the craziest thing that's ever been on TV. Okay. I know. This is your thing. You want to shit on it. If you watch it, you'd be like, yo, this is fucking insane. First hour, it's Christopher Darden, they'll show the interview from 2006.
He aged like shit. Dude, Christopher Darden.
Black that crack.
Oh my God. That was his punishment for not putting him away. OJ looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he's been in jail
that was
2006.
Yeah,
he still looks great to this day. But Darden was the what's it called? Attorney, not defense.
He's the prosecutor.
Prosecutor.
Yeah.
He was the prosecutor who just got his ass handed to him
by Johnny Cochran.
Who
was like his
Jesus
mentor.
Christ.
Yeah.
That's right. You really ruined his career, yeah.
They're watching Darden. I'm watching Darden like talk about like, well, this man obviously did it. And I'm like, well, you fucked up the case. So to have you on this panel is annoying anyway.
Yeah.
She's got some Nicole's best friend, whatever. It's kind of the whole thing is kind of self-important. You're going through OJ. There's little things that I found like, oh, this dude is completely sociopathic. Like, there's no way. He said something about how like, yeah, he admitted to cheating on Nicole. And then he said, we got a separation. And then she started having sex with other people first. And we had an agreement that we weren't going to sleep with other people. And I was honoring that. And I was like, who the fuck cheats on his wife constantly when they're together, then gets separated and like, all right, well, let's try to make this work and be fake. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
but anyway,
right.
little things like that. But then the craziest shit is he goes through, he says, all right, now hypothetically, if I did it, here's what I would do. And then he literally describes everything. He talks about sitting. He says this guy named Charlie, who I don't know if he's real or not, but he says like I'm sitting in the room. And
Charlie is him. Or
probably,
not him.
But no,
Charlie
but
is
here's what's also crazy.
The potential killer.
Here's what's crazy. He says Charlie's with me. We go to the backyard together. We see Ronald Goldman walk in. He says he has these gloves, whatever. Nicole comes out, tells me to leave, something like that. Charlie gets into Ronald Goldman gets into like a karate position, and I'm like, oh, you think you could kick my ass? Charlie comes in, he hears all this commotion after me, brings a knife with him. I take the knife from Charlie, and then he's like, remember, this is hypothetical, which doesn't even make any sense. He goes, I take the knife from Charlie, and then I honestly don't remember what happened. I just remember there's blood everywhere.
It was the one thing that really like spices it up for me is that like he gets there's the clip right there. If you could scroll down when he actually you could scroll down a little bit. There you go.
All right.
So
let's see it.
Yeah,
this is the last chance we're giving it.
And this guy kind of got into a karate thing, and I said, well, you think you can kick my ass? And I remember I grabbed the knife. I do remember that portion, taking the knife from Charlie. And to be honest, after that, I don't remember. Except I'm standing there and there's all kind of stuff around and
what kind of stuff?
Blood and stuff around. I hate to say this, but this is
What did he say?
I hate to say this, but this is hypothetical.
So like before they get to that part, he's like the only reason why he's like talking about it in this candor is that like they're prefacing it as like it's all hypothetical. Right? So first they're like, okay, so hypothetically, if you were going this, what would have happened or whatever? So then she goes, okay, so, I was in my truck or whatever, and I had my gloves, and I had my ski hat or whatever.
Yeah.
And, they're like, hypothetically, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I keep a knife under my seat. And
just in
like,
case.
And then he was like, yeah, I just always keep a knife under my seat because you can't carry guns and, there's crazies out there and yada, yada, yada. So it's like you went from hypothetical, this is what I would have done. It's like, oh, yeah, no, I really do keep a knife in my car.
Yeah.
That's besides the point.
So here's my curiosity. Why are we surprised?
I'm not
To
surprised.
see a confession to a murder that you got off for, that you maintain you're innocent for, in the craziest case we've ever seen in our lifetimes on TV is the craziest shit ever on TV.
The one thing I've been holding on to about this and why I care about it is that this is probably the biggest and most, like the biggest bullseye of a case for CTE I've ever seen in my life. This dude is clearly nuts.
No,
clearly nuts.
But he was a sociopath before CTE.
But no.
He
I don't
was.
think he
Playing football.
I think
but he
football,
smashed his boy's girl in fucking college.
I'm sure he has, but like you gotta understand,
It was like high schoolers.
you
that get
can't
CTE.
prove CTE until you're dead, right? So motherfuckers in high school got that shit. Motherfuckers in college got that shit.
Fam, I don't know, man. I think this CTE shit is overrated.
I don't think it's overrated at all, man.
I had 3 concussions in my life.
Now,
I'm
this
good.
guy's- so
I'm not out here murdering motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I did have 3 with legit concussions.
But these are different.
to your
the
point,
same
and this is
time.
another thing, I my notes didn't load from my computer onto my phone, but there's just a few I wrote down. And one thing was, I talked to you a little bit. My cousin is a forensic psychiatrist,
Yeah.
so his job is to sit down with these motherfuckers and diagnose them. And he's taught me a little bit about like sociopathy. Like there's a lot of people have sociopathic tendencies.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of full-blown sociopaths. And sociopaths, he says, one trademark is they are brilliant manipulators. OJ would just have cops would come over after he beat the shit out of Nicole, and then these guys would just be drinking with him. He just make them friends because he's a brilliant manipulator.
No, it's because we like fucking sports.
No, that doesn't speak to
Imagine
CTE. No, hold on. I'm defending you, you fucking idiot. That doesn't speak to CTE.
What do you mean?
That speaks to being sociopathic and brilliant at manipulation.
What I'm saying is not that hard.
What is not
What's
that
not that
hard?
hard?
When you're a famous sports guy in your movies, cops are gonna go, "Hey, I really like you." It's not like cops have never beaten their wives.
So no, there's a part that we didn't get to where he's talking about the chase. And like he's driving to go to see Nicole's grave. It's like, I just want to see Nicole. I just want to see Nicole.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until he sees the crowds out there with the signs like "Go OJ, Free OJ," yada yada yada. Yeah. And they're talking to he's like listening to Dan Rather on TV or whatever. Or I guess like somebody's telling him Dan Rather's like making him look like this fucking this freedom fighter. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, here's this another black man getting screwed over by the police, whatever. Mind you, the details of like the murders and shit hadn't come out yet. You know what I mean? And
okay.
Now he's on the run, and as he's in the truck, now he's starting to come up with the plan. Like, oh, okay, like I can use this to my advantage. I can use this as like I could use my fame to at least get the court of public opinion on my side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I see where you're coming from with the master manipulation and being able to, because you can't
he's right about that, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess what I was saying is that like when you're a famous athlete, I don't think it's that hard to manipulate a police officer. Like,
well, it's on every level. He manipulated America. This was America's favorite black guy.
Yeah,
great.
People forget like how like ridiculous. Like somebody, I forget who said it, but somebody was like, to remember how famous pre-murder OJ was.
Yeah.
It was like Michael Strahan and The Rock. Like, he was doing movies, he was doing TV shows.
He married a white girl in the 70s.
He married a white girl in the 70s.
And a peace white girl, not like some ugly white girl.
Yeah.
The stereotypical black dude marries the ugly white girl.
She was prime, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman.
Joint.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, all right, fair enough.
This is the other thing that I noticed. He told me they really are obsessed with like power and like being perceived as being powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one part where he talks about their first separation and their divorce. And he said she wanted a separation. I was like, no, let's just get a divorce. That was really important for him to hammer home.
Right, because he didn't want to be the one being rejected.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one that got rejected.
He didn't want to be the one losing power.
Exactly. And even in that situation right there, like I loved her, but I didn't like her anymore.
Right.
I wanted to be known that I was going. Now, somebody told me, I think Duval tweeted it, that she was having like sex parties at the house.
That's what he was saying.
Right. Which is not grounds to kill your wife, but it's grounds to have like a serious talking to.
It's grounds to snatch the fucking kids and take them out of the house.
Yeah.
But also as they're...
But then again, you're having the sex parties as well.
Now, and true.
So
and
it's like, where do they stay?
If you watch the part where they're talking about a 911 call she made.
Right.
And she said, he's here, he's going to kill me, he's going to beat the shit out of me or something. And then she's hysterical. And you can hear OJ screaming in the background. And OJ says, I go over there because she's having an orgy and I want to get my kids out of there, something like that. And then what you can't hear a lot of his yelling. And she says at one point, OJ, please, you're going to wake up the kids, you're going to scare the kids or something. He goes, oh, you didn't care about the kids when you were fucking Keith on the couch. Keith was a guy she dated. So if you're going over there to stop orgies and you're yelling about orgies, wouldn't you say, you care about the kids? You're having fucking orgies in the house. And now you care about He only mentions one dude. So I don't even believe that part.
So you don't believe that she was having orgies?
She might have been out there. I do believe she wasn't having orgies at the house.
Dude, you can't have fucking orgies, man.
I mean,
if you got
it's
kids,
the early 90s.
If you got kids, at least make the orgy an away game.
I mean? You can't have orgies where you have breakfast, dog. Like that has to be something where you take that.
I'm sorry, if you have kids, you're not allowed to have orgies anymore, ladies.
Can you?
No. No, you're not. Stop it. You're not going to fucking sex parties once you've had kids and stuff like that. You want everybody in the goddamn neighborhood. Oh, hey, yeah, that's, I know your mom. How? Oh, yeah, we all came on her last Tuesday. That's what we do. That's what you want people in your fucking neighborhood. You can't be swinging. Stop the swinging. Stop it. We need to be more conservative about sex.
Really?
No, I believe that. I mean, it's not going to start with me.
You're going to be more conservative
about sex? It's not going to start with me. It's not going to start with me.
There you go.
But we need to figure it out. No, I mean that.
The guinea pig for this shit.
No, it's too much. It's too much. It's too.
Listen,
it's too liberal.
I'm pretty conservative about sex.
Yeah.
But also, that's not the point. The point is, I don't think she was having these orgies at the house. I think he just made that up.
Right.
I don't know, man. I think
I can't look. It's not grounds to kill somebody. It's not grounds.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I don't even know why we're talking about this fucking OJ thing. It's exhausting It's exhausting me. He
it's
killed her.
It's the first ever reality show. Like, it's the first ever, like...
And to see the confession, if you watch the whole thing, and if you watch the ESPN documentary, which is great. That was
a great documentary.
Yeah.
It's just heavy. It's like, I don't want to deal with this fucking
If you
heaviness.
watch the thing, and just when you see that part, because I walked in with the same attitude. Everybody's making this big fucking deal. We know he did it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
When you watch him saying it, it's just different.
It's chilling, though.
And then even that part, it got cut off, but I could see a little reaction from him when he's laughing. He's like, hey, remember, this is hypothetical.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what he said.
This is a full-blown fucking crazy person.
Yeah. I guess I just always knew he was a crazy person.
But seeing the crazy is different than knowing about the crazy or hearing about the crazy.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I guess I just felt like I saw enough of it in that documentary. But whatever.
Like, he looks like a Cheshire cat. Like, with the
he's getting it.
It's like, this motherfucker's nuts.
Can we move on from
nuts.
this?
Yeah, let's.
Is there anything else you guys want to get out about OJ?
Nah, we've talked it to death.
Is he still around?
But I'm bumped. He's in Vegas.
You know, let me say this one thing. I do think this is important that this came out now.
Yeah.
I think they're doing it for a ratings grab, but I remember you saying this. OJ is not going to be... Kids aren't going to look at OJ the way we looked at OJ. Like today's kids, he's going to be a hero again.
He'll have a reality show.
With this, it's going to be a little different. They're not going to look at him quite the same when you see him confessing to the murder.
Fair enough.
I think that's important for that reason. Because seeing him celebrated as like a hero would be... I still would dust his ass in a foot race, and I still want to make that happen.
That's right, we said that, didn't we?
But all the money will go to the Goldman family.
The Goldman family. All right.
Let's talk about this Odell Beckham video.
Yeah, okay.
Did we check that out?
Do you have that video, Alex?
Yeah.
You actually had the
Say
video?
man, Odell.
How many videos are we going to watch before
Good Morning America story
I can describe it. It's not much to see.
No, but we need to see it. Part of the visual.
Describe it in the meantime.
All right, so Odell Beckham.
There we go.
There
we got it.
Boom.
Okay.
Right on time.
Okay.
Pizza.
It's very quick and basically goes, I'm trying to get you to sleep with, and then it kind of cuts off and it goes, he's in a bed, he's got his shirt on, and he's got what looks like a blunt in his hand, and then next to him is a thought.
Someone said a dark cigarette.
Or a dark cigarette, whatever. And then she's got a credit card or a license or something like that, and then she's breaking up some coke on a book. Now, here's the thing. This video is coming out, and this is what I'll say about this video. I find it very peculiar and coincidental at the time. You have a guy who is in a contract year. He's about to ask for more money than any other player in the NFL has ever asked for in guaranteed money. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden...
And mind you, Mike Evans just got fucking paid.
Mike Evans just got paid out the ass. And then all of a sudden, this video drops on the internet where he's with a girl doing coke and he's holding a blunt. Now, as far as I can see in this video, the only thing he's guilty of is hanging out with girls that do coke and holding their weed for them while they snort the cocaine. It doesn't show him puffing it.
No.
And please believe, if he was puffing it, that would be out there.
Absolutely.
Unless, of course, the Giants are holding the whole video and they're basically saying to his agent, hey, we want a discounted rate. If you don't give us a discounted rate, then what we're going to do is release this whole video and we're going to taint your image. This is corporate warfare at the highest level.
Yeah.
And if you don't think that teams are willing to do this shit, they absolutely do it. What they do is, I think we even saw in the Carter documentary, it was something about when a team is ready to trade you, all of a sudden they start leaking, or if it's a contract here, they start leaking a little shit. Not enough to where it will destroy your character because they might still want to sign you, but enough to where it's going to knock a few million a year off.
Especially if you're talented.
Especially
if you're talented like Odell Beckham is.
And if I'm Odell, I say suck my dick.
I'm just glad we still got some rock stars in the NFL. God damn it!
Was he getting paid last year?
No,
no.
Rookie contract. First round money's not terrible. He was like the 12th.
No, literally physically getting paid dollars.
Yeah, of course.
So he was getting paid while he was injured.
He was making more money through like Nike and shit than he was through the NFL.
Of course,
that's not what I'm asking.
What do you
is he getting paid?
NFL contracts you get paid if you're hurt as long as you're on the team.
Okay, now the question is if he's not playing, is it illegal for him to consume marijuana?
I think so. You're still subject to drug testing and all that.
Even though you're not playing.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think Pazinger came here and was talking about how the NFL drug testing works, especially with recreational drugs.
Right.
How by and large, you know when you're going to get tested.
Right.
Like, you know, like there's like a certain window when they could call you, and they usually call your representation like, hey, we're gonna get some pee in like the next couple of weeks, like make sure they're good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They give you enough time to get
it out
the
the
system before they test you. So
I mean, what's the issue here? He can't hang out with girls that do coke? All girls do coke.
It's not a good look.
It's shocking how many girls do coke. I hang out with these girls.
This is an issue because most people aren't us. Like most NFL fans are middle America, stand for the anthem. This is not going to be a good look for them.
And all of their friends are addicted to OxyContin.
Sure.
All their friends are addicted to some opiate.
My issue isn't, I'm just saying this isn't a good look for him.
Yeah.
It's just not a good look.
It's not a good look, but my feeling is I don't think it should affect him at all. And if I was him, I'd double down on it. I'd be like, yeah, I was with a girl that did coke, and I fucked her. First of all, the one thing...
That's what I want to say.
I was just happy he was with a girl, dog.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not for nothing.
Thank you.
I know.
I asked some questions about Odell for a long time.
Well,
I'm like,
here's the thing.
Man,
I'm going to keep it real. In that video, it don't look like he's fucking that girl.
Like, man, listen.
Did you see the way he's asking? I mean, I love Odell, and I don't care if you like penises. I don't care if you like vaginas. I don't care if you like neither. I love him. I just think he's an interesting character. But you're one of the most famous people on the planet, and you're negotiating a threesome?
Yeah.
You just say, eat a pussy.
But
that's how it works.
That's why I know that
you're an NFL player
or not.
But he was going, well, what I'm thinking is that maybe you have sex with. No, that's how we negotiate a threesome. Okay, if you're in the NFL, you'd be like, yo, you see how her pussy's not getting eaten?
She go eat it.
Go eat that. Yeah. You should try to eat that, and then we'll be getting eaten in that moment.
Yeah, nah. Odell doesn't strike me as a person that's ever had to ask for buns in his life.
I'm just saying, I hope he's not negotiating his contract.
In the NFL, I guess, but I don't know, man. Like, I'm kind of glad that this came out because there's not a lot of rock stars left in the NFL, man.
That's what I was gonna say. If this video came out after he signed his contract, which it never would have, they released it very
of course.
strategically. But
we agree the Giants released it.
This would have been the best thing to happen to him within the black community because it would have answered all their homophobia, would have put that to rest.
That's right.
Why is that such a big thing in the NFL? Like, there was some kid who got like asked if he was gay or not.
Guichi or whatever his name is.
Like it's like why is that even like a big deal?
Because you're naked in a locker room and you're dealing with guys who are really homophobic.
I guarantee that. Is, like that.
I mean, let's keep it real.
It is. They are very homophobic. My thing is like.
Athletes, pretty homophobic.
Gives a fuck.
Black athletes, very homophobic.
Extremely.
Black NFL athletes, very homophobic.
But like, dog, like, who gives a fuck where he catches balls as long as he catches them on the field? The motherfucker catches. I don't give a fuck who he's sleeping with. That dude is probably at worst the second or best wide receiver in the league right now.
Yeah,
at worst.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck who he's sleeping with? Who gives a fuck if he's holding a weed or a dark cigarettes, as ESPN calls it, or hanging out with girls that do coke? Newsflash. Every famous athlete hangs with women who do coke.
Yes.
They all fucking do it.
I'll tell you who cares. Giants fans the second he's doing poorly. Because if this video didn't come out, and there was the gay rumors, they'd be like, well, maybe if he wasn't out sucking dick all night, he could run his routes correctly and he could catch some balls.
I'm going to tell you when this all started, man. Nobody gave a fuck what Odell Beckham did up until that picture, that Trey Songz picture, when they're all in the boat with the Timberlands on.
I can tell you this.
Right before the playoffs.
Let me tell you this, because this a very similar thing happened to the Cowboys with Tony Romo.
Yeah.
When the Giants won the Super Bowl in 2007, the Cowboys had a bye week. They were 13-3, waiting to play the Giants. During the bye week, Tony Romo, Bobby Carpenter, who's some bum-ass linebacker that was like his best friend, and Jason Witten all went to Cabo. Tony Romo had just started dating Jessica Simpson.
Oh, that's right.
Went with Jessica Simpson to Cabo. They lost to the Giants, and his career never recovered in fans' eyes. A lot of fans' eyes. Yeah. I was one of them for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck does that? Yeah. And when I saw Odell take that picture, I knew the exact same thing was going to happen.
Yeah,
they're not going to beat Aaron Rodgers, and everybody's going to remember this picture forever.
Yeah.
Brady went on vacation and won the Super Bowl.
Facts.
Yeah.
Nobody
he went away.
As long as you win. Dude.
That's it. Everything is forgiven.
If they win, if they go into Lambeau and win that game, that picture becomes iconic for all different reasons.
Sometimes you need to blow off some steam. That's where you have that argument. Yeah, you got to hang out with your boys. You got to keep it cool.
You got to let Odell be Odell.
It is the actual difference between Tony Romo and Joe Namath.
Yeah.
That's the entire difference.
Yeah.
Joe Namath lived that life, fucked those girls, did those commercials, won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
As an underdog.
Yeah. Joe won. He would have been a piece of shit if he didn't win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But make no mistake about it, like, even if the Giants did leak this, they know they had to, if they did, conspiracy hat on, if they did, they know they had to because they know they need this motherfucker.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they know they need him, and they know they need him on a discount. Because whatever they're gonna end up paying him, they know he's worth way more than whatever.
Listen, this is why Odell got to thank Trump, because Trump has set the bar so low for professionalism.
True.
You know what I mean? That that's nothing.
All you
that's
gotta
literally
do is
nothing.
own it. That's
it.
One lesson
Don't
you learn from
apologize.
Trump.
I'm telling you, and I've this has really helped me in my life. And I'll say there's one thing I'm grateful for Trump about is learning that apologizing to pander to an audience gets you nowhere, and that there will be some negative reaction to whatever statement you stand by. There'll always be people that disagree.
Yeah.
But if you can fight through that disagreement
and own it,
there will be respect on the other end.
Yeah.
Stay in the fire.
Stay in the motherfucking fire. Because once people respect that you can stay in the fire, all of a sudden they go, all right, I'm not trying to light them on fire no more because it don't work.
Yeah.
Like right now we're working about this stupid whore. What's her name? Stormy.
Oh, Stormy Daniels. Yeah.
This dumb
star.
bitch.
Yeah.
She gets a fucking NDA signed. Right? We got to be hard on hoes in 2018. She signs the NDA, and now she says, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to give back the money that you paid me.
Yeah.
So I can talk. I wonder why. Maybe so you could write a book about how you fucked the president?
Yeah.
You idiot. Why? Like, the whole point of the NDA is so you can't talk about a person. What he's doing is paying you an amount of money that's less than what you could make talking about him.
Yeah.
That's why you get the $130,000. He's leveraging his potential fame.
For sure.
Anyway, I think it's absurd.
I don't know, man. It's.
I think that she should be arrested or sued or whatever just for talking about it in the first place. You broke the NDA.
True.
Did you not?
True. And as people who want to be celebrities, the NDA is going to come in very handy for a lot of us.
Yo, what you mean?
It's like the love contract from Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
What's that?
Never seen an episode of Chappelle Show?
Chappelle Show
Like,
sketch.
you made people like.
You made girls. It's actually pretty prophetic. You make girls sign a love contract before they have sex, saying you consent to it. Initial here, initial here.
It was during the
initial
Kobe
here
shit.
for anal, and then
like,
she leaves that blank, and
What's his face?
That's brilliant.
Rashida
Quincy
Jones.
Jones on it. Yeah,
Son,
Rashida Jones in that
Leonardo
shit.
DiCaprio been making girls sign that shit.
And Derek Jeter.
And Derek Jeter.
the god of that shit.
Derek never had a problem.
Bro, Derek Jeter will make you sign some shit. Will give you a gift basket.
Sign baseball. That's
Sign
all these girls
baseballs.
want.
Dog.
They just want proof.
Bro, like, you're basically getting what? Like, at least 10 racks? Like, you can sign a Derek Jeter signed baseball and bats?
Think about it. If Usher signed a fucking glazed donut for that fat girl in Brooklyn that he had sex with, then he would have avoided this whole herpes scandal. All he needed to do was sign a Krispy Kreme, and this girl would have been happy. She would have framed that shit and put it in her refrigerator like a corsage.
Women, especially women that are dealing with people in power or any type of stature, they just want to feel like they were important for a moment.
Let them
That's
feel
all
it.
and just let them feel it, dog. Like, it is not worth.
What do you mean for a moment? That's their whole life is trying to feel important.
Who?
Just on Instagram taking pictures with fucking
Oh,
tea.
thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured some thought shit out. Okay.
Okay, go
so,
for
it. I did. Okay, so on this dating app, all these chicks that live in fucking Bali. It's all these like white girls that live in Bali. I'm like, what the fuck is all these chicks live in Bali for?
Okay.
Right? I started thinking about it. My first assumption was, okay, they're Instagram models, right?
Yeah.
So all they do is take pictures of themselves in bikinis. You could do that anywhere. Do it where the rent is cheap.
Yeah.
Right? And the lifestyle's pretty good. I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. This chick hits me up. I'm going to let her be nameless. And she goes, you want to know what it really is? I go, what? She goes, so these girls get flown out to Dubai, right? Because it's hard for the Arab dudes in Dubai to get laid, apparently, because the culture is a little bit more stifling, et cetera. So
And Dubai already has kind of like that bad stigma already. Of like, you see any bad chick in Dubai, I'm like, she's getting peed on.
Well, see, I didn't know this. I didn't know this, right?
Oh,
But
like there was like a good couple of years where like every Instagram model was getting flown to Dubai.
Right.
And, like I forgot what website broke the story. It was like
All the black guys in the room know exactly what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, like you know exactly what's going on.
clue.
Like
Me and
some,
Andrew were just like, what?
like
clue.
some rich oil tycoon or
No
some
clue.
guy from
Yeah.
Dubai is like just gave you 20 racks to come and just get like peed and pooped on.
So basically,
And
what
it's
happens
like-
is they get flown out there for like a week or maybe
Yeah.
a month. But then the guys from Dubai get tired of them, right? So what they got to do is they got to go to a place where they can hang out until they get, a 10-day contract from another one of these Arab
Bali's
dudes.
the G League.
So Bali is the G League. They hang out in the fucking G League, right? They chill out there. They take their pictures, sell their fit tea and their tooth whitening, and then they get called up to the league by one of these sheiks or
brought
these
out the
princes,
bullpen,
etc.
like-
Boom. Get yourself set up in the W Hotel in Abu Dhabi. You get cummed on for a week, right? And then you go back to Bali and hang out. Refresh. That's the life, dude. It's something you need to consider.
You get the Indonesian like Joe Torre goes to the box, the
Yo,
bullpen like,
hey,
come on.
I need a lefty with a lefty with location. Come over here.
Get us out this jam.
But we gotta shame this stuff. You can't be doing that.
I'm not gonna shame it.
Why
I'm
not?
not gonna shame it.
Come on, get a job.
Doing what?
What's
a thought? No, what's a
Oh,
no?
here come feminist
Fucking
Kaz.
This is
feminist.
feminism.
I
It
thought
is
he was done
feminist,
after
Kaz.
your
Me
breakup.
too.
You notice Kaz ain't got no more future as female post breakup.
All I'm
All
saying
that shit
is,
went out the window. Open up it's hot in here. Ain't no AC in New York. Open up that window.
Bro,
shit in his
feminist
giving out too
Kaz
much,
is
he throw it
done
out.
on Instagram. Now he's posting chicks with girls with fat asses at the club. Oh, I love real life Kaz. That's the one I really like. Not flagrant feminist Kaz. Fuck out of here with that
Fucking
shit.
Jamasians.
Yeah, that would.
Bro,
No. Go make your feminist
All I
argument.
was
Go
saying
on.
was most of these Instagram.
We don't give a fuck. Fuck out of here, bro. We hard on hoes in 2018. No.
No, they don't have any talent. They don't have any discernible traits. Like,
Yeah.
Don't get a
most
talent.
of them.
No, nobody
What?
got talent.
That's the thing.
Go to a factory.
But
Put
I-
together some automobiles.
Listen, if I
The fuck?
I am a 5'7" Indian with asthma and no muscle mass whatsoever, and I'm able to make a decent wage in this world.
And he's got great teeth. He
got
could be
great
selling that
teeth.
teeth whitening
Yeah.
fucking skincare shit.
Yeah,
Okay?
give it up.
Let's go. Get a
Oh,
skill.
gosh,
Get a trade.
man.
I don't see any female plumbers.
Nobody got skill.
Yo.
You work hard.
You know what? That's it. We got to stop this bullshit.
The
We
funny-
hear all this wage gap nonsense. I don't hear any of these chicks talking about, you know what? Male waiters make much less than female waiters. We need to take a pay cut to even shit out. I don't hear female porn stars talking about female porn stars make much less than male porn stars, female models, none of that shit. Keep that same energy, girls.
That is
Keep
true.
that. If you're worried about the wage gap and there being a difference in pay, keep that same
energy.
fucking energy, yo.
The same energy.
Or it might just
The
be
real
possible.
the wage gap between a regular dude and a hot girl is
Oh.
$1,000 for every $1.
It's not even close. It's not even close. It's a trip to Bali.
Yeah.
no.
That's all it is.
That's
You
you
ever-
slumming
you ever-
it. That's
how
a
many
hot bitch
how many
slumming it.
dudes are slumming in Bali waiting to get called up by some princess?
You know who? Belizeans.
Yeah.
You ever meet a hot girl that like works at like a really fancy restaurant, and you see like the type of money they bring in, like and like as far as like okay, like you ever go to like Miami?
Yes.
Like,
I
meet
was
a
just
girl
in
who, like,
Miami.
fucking-
Shouts to everybody in Miami.
So I know a girl who like just literally just works at the Fontainebleau, like
Yeah.
just works like maybe
Kills it.
Fucking kills it,
Stripper
dog. Like they
Yeah.
make stripper money.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't take off their clothes, not like that, just off of tips. Like they make like
Yeah.
way more than anybody would ever make.
And they're never at the Women's March.
Not at all. They don't want any type of equality over there.
Yeah. You know what it is? Because being a hot chick is like being a Republican.
How's that?
Like it's a rich Republican, right? And then you got all these ugly chicks, and they're the poor Democrats, right? And the ugly chicks are like, no, we need to even it out. It needs to be equal. And the hot chicks are, wait a minute, if it equals down for me, I'm not going down.
Yeah.
Fuck down. Equal is
share.
up for the ugly chicks, right? Equal, and that's the thing. It's like when you look at Democrats and Republicans, you can see why rich Republicans don't want to move their lifestyle at all, because moving their lifestyle is taking away money from them, right? Moving a poor person's lifestyle is just adding money. Of course, if you vote for Bernie Sanders, if you want to make more money, it makes sense. But stop acting like you're doing it for some moral reason. You're doing it because you want a few more grand.
Yeah, Lena Dunham, the Bernie Sanders of feminism.
Oh,
Yo,
God.
facts. Yo, you know, I thought of some shit when I was doing shows down in Miami. I think will eventually be a joke, but I'll just kind of throw it out right now. But it's this idea like Trump is genius. I'm blowing up Trump this episode, so here, of course, I'm going to hear all this nonsense. But no, I've been consistent. I
Go for
support
it.
good shit and I criticize bad shit. Anyway, but he was genius when he gave back $2,000 to $4,000 per person per year in taxes. This new tax cut, it gives back $2,000 to $4,000 because what it does is it's going to force you to make a decision how much you care about the environment, how much you care about immigration, how much you care
Nobody's gonna
about
see that, though, is the
refugees. Want me to tell you how they're going to see it? Next election, all he's going to say is, "Hey, you notice you got $2,000 to $4,000 left over?" And you and I don't know because we make different amounts every year. But the teacher knows exactly how much they make. The court officer, the policeman, the people who make the exact same every year, and all of a sudden they see an extra $2,000 to $4,000. You're going to have to ask them, like, "Hey, man, do do you $4,000 care about global warming? I don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For $4,000, you can hear a lot of people go, you know what? I think we got enough Muslims. I think we got enough Muslims in America.
If he does that, it's brilliant. I don't know that he's going to do that. But
I don't think he's going to do it, to be honest, man.
He's going to play off people's, what is it called? Greediness.
I think there's a solid chance he gets reelected, but I just don't think that's going to be. Anyway.
I'm just saying, that's where I think it will go. Like, and listen, I'm coming from a position where I vote for people which I pay more taxes so I could give to people who need.
Yeah, you vote like a cuck.
I do vote like Republicans would say I vote like a pussy because I vote Democrat because I actually believe in giving money to people who need it.
I don't vote.
That's fair. That's fair.
Man.
All I'm saying is, but I understand how people are motivated, and money motivates motherfuckers. And $4,000 or $2,000 to $4,000 is enough for people to be like, yeah, maybe we'll let them do it for another 4 years.
My issue is you're asking people to not be blind to their own fallacies or
bias.
But blind to their own weakness and biases, and that's never going to happen. They're never going to see it. No one realizes they're an idiot. The only reason I'm smarter than most people is because I realize I'm stupid.
It's facts.
So you don't think people will realize that there's a difference between $2,000 and no grand?
No, I don't think. I think people will be like, "But there's another way you could have done it." They're gonna find a way, especially with politics. The reason you get so much hate, when you question people's beliefs, is because, particularly with politics, it's such a fucking the way we root for the Cowboys or the Knicks. It's beyond that.
Yeah, but we do that publicly.
Yeah.
We vote in private. And that is a thing that there are people who will be out there.
White people vote in private.
There's black people vote
White people vote in private. White people will not tell you who the fuck they're voting for. They will tell you anything in the world.
This is a classic
they
Chappelle
will
vid.
Never fuck. Yeah, exactly. It was a classic Chappelle show vid. Yeah. They will never tell you who the fuck they vote for.
Yeah, that's how you know Denzel is rich. Because they asked Denzel who he voted for, and he goes, "None of your goddamn business." And then I was like, "Welcome to the tribe."
I know Denzel is rich. He's ugly now. That's how you know he got wealthy, man. He made money somewhere. My man started getting.
I know OJ aged better than Denzel.
Yo. All right, let's talk about actual sports.
Okay.
Yeah,
a lot of shit went down.
Let's do it.
We were talking kind of sports.
Kind of sports, but like within the sports where a lot of shit went down, there's a lot of NFL trades. Crazy NFL trades.
Which never really happens in the NFL for some reason.
Well, you'll see trades more often, but this is a week where I've seen more than most weeks. Like the Browns traded for Jarvis Landry.
The Browns
traded for a bunch of. They traded for Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't honestly love this strategy, but they hoarded all these draft picks.
Yeah.
And now they're giving some up for players, but they're not giving up their premium picks.
No. Somebody compared them to the Sixers. Whereas, like, they're like the football version of trust the process.
You know what? It's exactly the same thing because just like the process, Hinkie got fired.
Yeah.
The Browns GM got fired. They brought in a new guy, much more conventional. Now, you know what? Let's win now. Tyrod Taylor trade actually might be good because it was a third-round pick they gave up.
Why did Buffalo hate him? Why did
That's
Buffalo
what I'm saying.
Like,
I think that was a Rex Ryan thing, to be honest. Like, I just think that was never his guy.
But Rex isn't the coach up there.
Is he still?
No. Yeah, right. He's not the coach. Fuck.
This coach.
I was hella
Doug
wrong.
Marrone.
Yeah,
Marrone. That's what it was.
Yeah, he does. He
So
didn't like him. He benched him during the year.
Guy.
And then that white dude, what's his name? Penny is something. I don't know.
Some fucking
he
guy.
fucking
He played
sucked.
one game and threw
Dude,
like
that
9
offensive line
or some
did
shit.
not agree with that decision.
Holy fuck! That was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Anyway, so the Browns might be good. Is that your point?
They got. Do they still have Terrell Pryor?
I don't. No, he went to the Redskins last year. I don't hate what they've done.
No, they got Josh Gordon. My bad.
But listen. So here's what I'm wondering: if you get Tyrod Taylor for a third-round pick, are you still drafting a quarterback with picks 1 or 4?
No, just draft fucking the line, please.
Give me
some
lineman,
protection.
give me Saquon Barkley, and I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, if you got a running back, let's go.
So here's what a lot of people say, and I know this one guy who works for a ticket was saying this when the Cowboys picked Ezekiel Elliott. With a pick that high, it's dangerous to pick a running back because they age so poorly, and there tends to be running backs that are really good later in the draft. But also, running backs really hit a wall. Most running backs are not good after 30. And with a pick that high, he was saying go Jalen Ramsey because cornerbacks age much better.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just get more years out of it.
And there is a set number. I want to say it's 280 carries. There's this study. Running backs get 280 touches in a year, carries in a year.
Yeah.
The next year, almost always dramatic drop-offs.
Yeah.
I think Eric Dickerson managed to bypass it.
Yeah.
That's about it. So that's one thing that's scary about. Now, Saquon's
but you
want to
win. But you want to win now. And that's the thing. If you want to win now, I mean, I think the strategy, at least for Cleveland, is we can't have a 1-win season. We can't have a 0-win season again.
Yeah.
We have to. It might be make the playoffs. It's like we have to do something.
They got to go for it.
We have to go for it.
I mean, the
so
NFL,
get the best player in the fucking draft, which is Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I mean, the NFL is
this guy's a freak.
League, it's the kind of league where it doesn't take a lot for you to really turn a season around. You know what I'm saying? Like a few balls go one way or another. Like, you know, you could win 7-8 games. You know what I'm saying?
Can we talk about how they asked the kid in the combine, Guichi or whatever his name, the LSU running back, if he was gay? That shit is hilarious, yo. My man
we kind of touched on it earlier.
He just bench pressed. I don't know what he put up, but he just did all these amazing physical acts.
Like, yeah, but do you like dudes?
Yeah, you like dicks, bro.
Well, they asked Dez if his mom was a hooker.
What the fuck, bro?
They asked Dez if his mom was a hooker.
Yeah.
And what did Dez say?
I think he did not take it well. But a lot of this is like the combine, from what I understand, is really like the workouts are cool, but they kind of just prove a lot of what we already know. They're not that as big of a deal as the interviews. Mm-hmm. The interviews, I think they're really poking and prodding at you psychologically, probably in a fucked up way. But to your point last week, they are investing millions of dollars into you, potentially tens of millions of dollars into you. Mm-hmm. This is a huge thing. Yeah. So they're going to ask all kinds of shit. It might have not even been about his sexuality. It might have been, how does he respond to me questioning his sexuality? How easy is he rattled? I don't know if that's what it is, but these interviews are huge, and they ask some wild shit.
Or they could really like him. Again, this is the corporate warfare. No, deadass. They could really like him, and they don't have a high enough draft pick for him. So what they do is they float a story, and they get him to float it. Oh, he might be. All you have to. But once you say, "Yo," someone asked me if I'm gay, everybody else in the room was like, "Well, are you gay, fam? Well, like, what's the deal?" You know what I mean? Like, why are we asking that question?
Like, I'm initially gonna ask, like, what made you?
I don't think this day and age that drops your draft stock.
It doesn't.
Fam, the Missouri guy, Michael Sam, who dated me.
Michael Sam was like SEC Defensive Player of the
Year.
Year.
You look like me, his boyfriend.
Yeah, but SEC Defensive Player of the Year doesn't necessarily translate to good pro, because the pros are.
If he wasn't gay, he would have made a team, son. He would have made a team.
The Cowboys signed him to the practice squad. He couldn't make the team.
He wasn't that good.
Yeah, he wasn't that good.
He wasn't good enough to be gay. You got to be real good if you're gay.
Like, if Jalen Ramsey came out tomorrow, nobody's gonna give a fuck.
If Jalen Ramsey's sweet, it's all good. Like, but he earned it.
Yeah.
It's almost like you got to be gay after.
It's like it's and not for nothing. And I'm not trying to say like you got to hide who you are, or whatever. You whatever the fuck you want. But just on a psychological aspect, like, would it prove yourself better for your cause of the gay community to come out as a dominant player in your sports, and then be like, oh, by the way, you know, I'm a homosexual? Like, wouldn't that, like, I remember, like, those rumors last year when, like, a couple years ago, like, people thought Aaron Rodgers was gay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been the best fucking shit for the NFL ever?
I think his response was, I think it's verbatim, no, I like women a lot.
Exactly. And I think he was dating, like, Olivia Munn at the time. And Olivia Munn was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he's not gay.
I think it was after.
Shit.
But wouldn't have that been the best shit for the gay community? I can't speak on behalf of the gay community, obviously. But, like, if I want somebody to represent me, wouldn't I want the biggest, baddest?
That's the thing. The gays need a good representative,
bro. They just don't have the best PR right now. For sports.
Like trans got a better athlete than gays.
The reason why,
what would have helped when there was rumors that Tim Duncan was gay.
Yeah,
if he came out, bruh, you gotta start looking at shit differently. If you want to
yeah, they just don't have the best PR.
He's not gay. He just don't know how to dress.
That's the only reason I think he's not gay.
Is what?
His pants.
It's like, you got no style. What kind of gay are you? And even the gays wouldn't accept him. They'd be like, nah, bro.
Taking the queer eye for the straight guy.
Queer eye for the queer guy. No, but it's weird. Like, the gays really do need because they got like acting down.
That's what I'm
saying.
They
got
like,
theater down.
Every place that gays are succeeding in,
they
have great representatives. Like, the best actors are gay. The best theater motherfuckers are gay. Like, You're the dude that comes out in one of the big four sports.
I don't know if the best actors are gay.
Well, they are all cucks.
Yeah, they're cucks, but they're not gay.
Well, they've won Oscars. They've done things. I don't know. Name one, dude. Like, there's a bunch of gay actors.
Denzel not gay.
That's the only black actor you hear isn't gay on the low.
Yeah,
Leo. Everybody else in Hollywood.
Leo's not gay.
All right.
Daniel Day-Lewis not gay.
Is he? You could be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Day-Lewis did some shit.
Yeah, for a role. You know what I mean? He's method. If he got to play an actor, you go eat some ass.
Maybe that's why he's never taken a gay role.
Yeah, because he's like, I know I got to do it.
I got to commit. I'm getting deep, literally.
Someone's dick getting sucked.
He's too good at this, man.
Kevin Spacey.
There you go.
My man is a rapist. Phenomenal actor.
Yeah. Yo, that's true, man. All right, so Kevin Spacey, but he wasn't gay for him. He didn't come out at it. He only became gay when he was a rapist.
Okay, what about women? There's a lot of gay women that's won the
Oscars. Jodie Foster's a gay.
Chick that just did what's the movie that came out?
The Shape of Water?
Not The Shape of Water, like Lady
Jessica Chastain.
Something. I forgot her fucking name.
She's just tough.
She's not gay. Wait, so she's not gay?
She's just tough. Like she's trying to save the world,
she
bro.
Like a lot of
name someone who would give worse head than Jessica Chastain. Just looking at your dick all disgruntled and upset. Yeah. I'm not sucking this unless there's a space-time continuum that I can pass through.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I didn't get the reference.
I don't know, man. They just need,
Inception, not Inception. Interstellar.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? She got to say Matthew McConaughey.
Watch way too many movies, bro.
No, yeah, she looked too proud for her head. Some girls be too proud, bro.
So I think I'd say all that to say the Browns probably look decent this year.
I'm just saying, gays, come out here and start hooping, bro.
Yeah.
Come out here and start playing sports, start playing football.
Like if Zion Williamson was gay.
My man's name is Zion.
Yo.
Like if LaMelo Ball was gay, like it has to be like a fucking.
You think Zion Williamson was named after the Matrix?
Probably. We're old, man.
Zion.
Like, yeah.
Zion is the Holy
It's the
Land.
place,
right?
yeah. No, it's the Holy Land. But they talk about
you
it
never
in the
know,
Matrix. That's
man,
where they
like-
made it like a mainstream thing.
Fucking
Right.
D'Angelo Russell is named after D'Angelo, like the singer.
Really?
Yeah,
Bro,
like
we're
legitimately.
old,
That's what I'm saying.
Kids
Like we're
are
old as
named after
fuck,
motherfuckers
dude.
we grew up
Wow.
with.
Yeah,
The
like-
Matrix was 18 years ago.
Exactly. Like motherfuckers.
Yo,
There are
come
people
on now. Did
entering the-
D'Angelo Russell have a dad?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I'm
I'm not gonna name my own son after some other dude's belly. You know what I mean? It's the only reason we know D'Angelo is because of a shirtless
Brown
video.
Sugar was fire, dog.
Nah, I hope Brown Sugar was a fire-ass
Fire
album.
album, bro.
But how does it
Yo,
feel?
y'all gay.
Fire-ass! How does it feel? Fire-ass video.
It was,
does
bro.
it
No homo. It was a
feel?
fire video, man. Yes, it was. And
That's
song.
how great that song
How
is.
does it feel?
That's how
The
great
song
that
was so
song
good.
is.
We were just all watching
Yeah.
a naked dude like, damn, this is
Yeah,
good ass
black
R&B
dudes
right
put up with
now.
it. That was almost as gay as
I was
like
not uncomfortable at all watching this man's V cuts.
Salt and Pepper Shoop. I remember as a kid, I would rap that whole song. Nobody, my parents didn't know enough about rap.
There I go again.
Girls, what my witness, man. Okay, now kill. Minding my business.
The
Brother
good-
is
the
something
best
else.
songs.
Couldn't believe this. I swear. My niece, my witness. The brother had it going. He was something kind of quick. I'm not stopped for the answer. Don't know how you do the voodoo that you do so well. I'll make you want to shoot. Bro, I knew a whole song about chicks trying to get dick, bro. I knew that shit verbatim, bro.
Oh, bro.
And you know the one person's verse in that song I didn't know?
What?
The guys. The guys' verse talk about
Nobody
getting
wanted
laid.
to hear the guy
That shit
at
was
that
trash.
By the time I got to that point, it's like, dog, like you let the woman kind of like get you there.
Bro.
You kind of letting us down at this point. That's how I knew Cardi B was out of here. When
What?
dudes was singing her verses like word for word. Like I was one of them.
Yeah.
Got a bag and fix my teeth. Let you hoes the wedding cheap. And I pay my mama bill.
Hey.
I was like, that shit hard as fuck, dog. I don't care.
Hey.
I don't care if she's talking about stripping or sucking dick or whatever. Like, bro, bitch can rap.
She could rap, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I'm
Love it.
sorry, real quick. Let me ask you one more. Well, I guess two more football questions, maybe a few more.
Yeah.
Michael Bennett trade, if y'all want to talk about it. The Eagles traded for Michael Bennett.
Gives a fuck.
And
Okay,
Richard
let me ask
Sherman.
you this.
Yeah.
There's a rumor, the Richard Sherman signing I want to get to. But first, nobody's talking about this. There's a rumor I read, or a story I read, that if the Colts can't get Bradley Chubb, who's supposed to be the best defensive end in this draft,
Okay.
or Saquon Barkley, they're going to trade down.
For who though? Like who did they have?
I don't know, but what I cannot fucking figure out about the Colts is why are they not investing in O-line constantly? Their first-round draft picks, if you go back since they got Andrew Luck, haven't picked an O-lineman, and every year their O-line is terrible, and they have broken Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
I don't
Quentin
think.
Nelson is widely regarded. Him and Saquon are the two best players in the draft. He's
Yeah.
a guard. Just
Yeah,
fucking draft
just
him.
pick him up.
For God's sakes.
I don't think that they think. I don't think they believe in Luck. I think they think Luck's shoulders fucked.
They broke this man. They
Yeah,
don't
this dude's
believe in him
fucked
because they
up.
broke him.
Yeah. No,
He
he's
took
fucked.
the outside of Cam Newton. I think I read some stats where like outside of Cam Newton, he probably took the most hits. I think him and Ben Roethlisberger. And
Yeah.
these are two like
And-
scrambling quarterbacks,
Yeah,
guys that
and
leave
he's
the
not
pocket.
built like either of them. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not small,
He's
but
a
he's
big
not that
dude.
big.
He's a big dude, but he's not like Cam Newton,
He's
Ben
not Big
Roethlisberger
Ben, yeah.
big.
Yeah.
And he was getting crushed
Demolished.
those
Yeah.
first couple of seasons, like getting crushed.
I
Like,
mean, if his throwing shoulder is screwed, it's over. It's a wrap. It's done.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean, he could come back. He's still young. He's still whatever. And this is, again, widely considered by a lot of people the best player in the draft, if not Saquon Barkley. It's him. So just get the fucking guard.
Yeah.
Whoever your quarterback is, you're going to need him.
I mean, if you're his agent, you should be calling the Colts every single day and say, you know who to draft or else we're leaving.
I mean, yeah, honestly.
Plain and simple. What do you think about Sherman go to the 49ers?
He's a 30-year-old coming off a torn ACL or torn Achilles?
Torn Achilles.
Yeah.
It's even worse.
I think Sherman about to get exposed, B.
Yep.
He's about to get real. I think he was sitting comfy in that nice zone defense, and I don't think they're going to have the same talent on San Francisco. And Sherman about to get exposed, and there's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be Ronda Rousey all over.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people burning him. There's going to be a lot of people.
And then burning him last year.
I'm saying all those wide receivers that he was talking shit to. All those, there's going to be a lot of payback.
In his day, he was
prime,
nasty.
He was the shit. He was the shit. Absolutely.
I mean,
but at the same time, you could make the argument he was probably like the third best player on that defense. You know what I'm saying? Like
Cam
Chancellor, Earl Thomas.
The whole Legion of Boom was sick.
Yeah.
But Richard Sherman was a fucking lockdown. Matter of fact, against the Niners, the play that took them to the Super Bowl against the second time was Crabtree. Him and Crabtree one-on-one. He broke up the pass.
Yeah, it was great.
And then talked that shit.
Defended
and it was
great.
Perfect defense.
Yeah.
He was nasty.
Yeah.
But torn Achilles, that's a fucking injury. That's
especially
hard
for
to
a position that's all about
and
agility.
you're 31.
I'm more impressed by the fact that apparently he negotiated his own deal. Like, he didn't have no agent.
I mean, the kid went to Stanford. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's like
I mean, like, a lot of people go to Stanford. You don't go and negotiate your own deal and sit down and, like, break down those contracts.
He didn't negotiate it. He hired a fucking lawyer.
Dog, they said he went
the
there
Ray Allen
solo.
shit.
They said he went there
I'm
solo.
sure, listen, hiring a lawyer is still not nothing.
Son, I don't even buy clothes by myself. There's no way that I'd take a girl with me no matter what. There's no way he negotiated his own deal.
You don't think he did? I think he did.
I
think he's arrogant enough to do it.
I don't believe it.
He's one of those, like, smart people that knows he's smart.
Yeah.
So, like, even though he could have done it, I feel like he did it, like, to prove a point. And, like,
Also,
if you read his stuff on, like, the
I don't know how
Players
many people were
Tribune.
breaking. He might have just had one offer. I don't think people were banging down Richard Sherman's door.
True.
Do we have the deals? Do you have the specs or the like?
It's like a 3-year.
Okay, let's do a check on news. Did anything happen? We got to make sure that we
39?
check news because a lot of times what happens is during the podcast we some wild shit drops and then we miss it.
Almost always happens as we're on.
Like
the air.
last week when Canelo Alvarez tested positive.
Fantastic.
That should Canelo Alvarez is the boxer, by the way, guys. By the way, all these boxers are on shit, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information. Not too much because part of it will break my heart, but I'm going to give you a little bit of information. What all these boxers, there's a reason why they a lot of times announce fights only 6 weeks out, okay? Because by the VADA, which is the Olympic blood testing, doping testing, by the VADA rules, you can't start testing athletes until the fight is signed. So what they do is they use the performance-enhancing drugs close to camp, and then they announce the fight after they've already started training for the fight, which is about, usually a training camp is about 8 to 10 weeks. So they'll announce the fight 6 weeks in, and that gives them enough time to get off of the performance-enhancing drugs but still have the benefits of them. And basically what happened with Canelo's, he was using performance-enhancing drugs, and he didn't get off of them in time, and he tried to blame it on Mexican meat or some shit. You're $1 million athlete. You don't think they're shipping in fresh produce for you? Get the fuck out of here.
His a little spicy. Spicy. No, you can say my fault.
No, but that's all I'm trying to say. So what most boxers do is they're on some sort of performance-enhancing drug outside of the fight, but during the negotiations, and then they purposely announce it late. Now, if we look back in the day during Tyson fights and Holyfield fights and these types of things, they would announce fights 3 months out, 4 months out. Like, it'd be a huge campaign and build up.
I remember that.
And they don't do that anymore. And that's all I'll say about that.
Is that why?
We're not going to talk about anything else. I'm not going to say anything because I'm just
So you think Floyd's on the juice?
No, I would never say that.
Floyd?
No, I love Floyd too much to ever put.
You think your man Floyd's out there popping?
Nope, I don't think so at all. And
why is it a big deal if they're all on steroids? If he's on steroids,
I won't taint his legacy like that.
I don't know, dog.
I won't taint his legacy like that.
He was on it.
I don't know for a fact, so I can't say. I do know for a fact with Canelo. I mean, there's all. Whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Let's go.
Anyway, so something just come through the wire.
What happened?
The Vikings and the Jets and the Cardinals have all reached out to free agent quarterback Drew Brees.
Whoa!
Yeah, apparently
Saints are moving away.
Apparently, the Saints and Drew are not. No,
I think
they're playing a game of chicken right now.
Because my understanding was there is a window in between whatever these rules are. There's a window in between, like something's up with his contract, and there's a window during which other teams can negotiate with him. So obviously everybody's going to reach out. I don't see him leaving. Also, Drew Brees, I think because he's like one of the heads of the NFLPA or something like that, right. I think he's very much like, let me get my money to set the precedent. Right. I don't think he's a selfish guy who needs the money. But, yeah, I think there's just a window in which it's legal to contact Drew Brees. So obviously they're all going to contact Drew Brees. Now, Drew Brees on the Saints right now is a really, the Saints got a good team, so I don't think he should leave. Right. But also interesting is Drew Brees on the Vikings.
I like that, though.
It's really
I like that, man. But granted, if you hold a gun to my head, I'm like, yo, do you think Drew Brees is leaving the Saints? I don't think he is.
Especially not when the Saints have such upside.
Yeah, you just got the
they look amazing. Yeah, no, he's staying.
You and Sean Payton are like fucking butt buddies. You guys are, and you are Mr. New Orleans. So they're gonna build a statue of you.
No, he's not going anywhere. No. I think they'll give it one more run. It'll probably sound like a 2-year deal.
But I don't know. It's a different time in 2018, man. Team loyalty, player loyalty, it's very shaky.
As they should.
It's very shaky,
I'm
bro.
taking less money to kill myself out here. Fuck out of here.
Fuck all that.
Look,
the Vikings do interest me, though.
Okay, why?
They really do interest me. Yeah. Because I kind of see them in the same vein as the Saints. They may not have, the offensive defensive rookie of the year, but you can tell they're a quarterback away.
Yeah, and that quarterback's name is Nick Foles.
Really? You think they're going to go after Foles?
I mean, if you have Foles, you win.
Well, so apparently what they're asking for, the rumor I've read somewhere they're asking for a second, and I would do a second. What I heard somewhere else, and this sounds more realistic if I'm Philly, they're asking for a first-round pick, a fourth-round pick, and maybe another first-round pick the year after. And if I'm the Vikings, I'm like, you know what I would rather do? I'd rather just pay Kirk Cousins $100 million.
Oh, facts. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's that big a difference.
And that's, from what I've read, that's the appeal. That's why everybody's going crazy over Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
You don't have to sacrifice a high draft pick for him.
Yeah.
Kirk
and that's
Cousins
worth so much.
Is the big titty girl at the dance right now.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to hug her and dance.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Tiger.
Yes. Let's talk about Tiger, goddammit.
Yeah, enough of this football. Enough of this
football. Let's talk about a real man sport.
Let's talk about,
gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
That's right. Women still can't.
Wasn't that
in Augusta?
That's the anagram, right?
What is that?
For golf. Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
It still is that?
I think that's what it originally stood for, right?
Alex,
unless that was an urban legend or some shit, right?
Sometimes you need some time away from your girl. Why are we making such a big deal about this?
Some balls around.
Yeah, girls got their shit. You go to the salon or something like that. I don't know. What do girls do for their time? You have tons
Ashley, what do girls do on their time? Cheat.
Loads. Cheat, she said. Yeah. No, but you have your girlfriend things, You guys, I don't know. What is you get your hair done together? You go to the brunch or something.
We want to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all in the bathroom taking forever to get ready because they got to get their selfie angles right.
Exactly. So you make this rule. I'll tell you why they make this rule that women aren't allowed.
Okay.
It's not off of pure unfiltered sexism. What it is it's an excuse so the husbands don't have to look like pieces of shit. Because keep in mind, this is a golf club, right? Oh, yeah. So what you want, if the golf club goes, yes, ladies are allowed to come, then the husband can't say to the wife, oh, babe, I want you there so bad, but the rules at Augusta, we're not allowed. I'm going to talk to the board, and I'm going to see if they can change it, but for the time being, I just got to go play. I'm so sorry.
And they never go and talk to the board.
They never go talk to the board.
Oh, God.
Thank God I got a little break.
Woo,
do you know what I mean?
Like an hour or two.
Trust me, I know I do stand-up. Sometimes you just want to go out and do stand-up, and your girl doesn't understand that you need some time fucking alone doing your stand-up, So I think that's where it's coming from.
So let's talk Tiger, man.
Yeah.
Tiger.
Is he back?
He's fucking back, though.
Yeah.
And not a moment too soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where I'm like...
Bottle waitresses are bleaching their hair blonde right now. They're ready to get their cheeks cracked by the fucking Tiger. It was one of those things
where, I knew, so you forget how important... I know you talk about Floyd a lot. About, how much Floyd Mayweather is probably the perfect... not perfect, but he's as good at boxing or as important to boxing as anybody is to whatever it is that they do.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of forget how important Tiger Woods is to a sport, and not even just a sport, like the culture of a sport.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like I was at my mom's house yesterday, and like it was Selection Sunday, and like there was a good game on the NBA on ABC.
Nobody watched him.
I was sitting there watching Tiger Woods.
Yep.
Fucking captivated. It was like and it was a spring day. There was something nostalgic about it being nice out, and it's Sunday, and Tiger got the red shirt on, and he's in the hunt, and there's something that is just like, fuck, it's been so long since, and it's still gripping television. Like it's the one thing that about sports that we all love is the anticipation of it, and golf is the ultimate anticipation sport.
Okay.
Everyone's walking really calmly. It's quiet. They're setting each other up. And as soon as they hit the ball, they all go nuts and they all scream and all this type of shit.
Yeah, it's like a horror movie.
It's like
Michael Myers is slowly following you, and then boom, all of a sudden it's the kill.
But it was so crazy. Not even just like people on TV, but like you go on social media, Instagram.
Oh, dude, he had it live.
He was popping like it was 1999, dog.
Yeah,
like,
2 shots down, 2 holes to go, birdies.
Yeah.
And then, he birdies 17, and then 18, he has a shot. I think it was like a 42-foot putt to tie, to force a playoff.
Missed it.
And he missed it. But, okay, so here's something I was talking to my buddy OJ about. Shout out to OJ. Not that OJ. You ready? Ojanami.
That's his name.
Ojanami Bako, Nigerian.
Where's he from? I was about to say.
Come on, bro.
The accent was almost there.
Ojanami. Yeah, okay. So
good try.
So OJ, had a point about he's a golfer. He's a big golfer. I think he shoots 8 over par. Right. I think they call that when you have a handicap of 8. Right, so he's a very good golfer in and of himself. Yeah, and what he said is that Tiger Woods is the most dominant athlete ever. And I'll give you his point, and I'll give you mine, and I want to hear your guys' take on it. His point is that golf truly rewards the person who is best at the sport because it's very hard to get lucky over 4 days.
Yeah.
You know, you can get lucky in a game. You're on fire, right? You can get lucky in a game of football. There's no playoff or anything like that. You know, that's a series of 7 games. It's just one game.
A hot streak and win.
You know, you fumble. Something just crazy can happen in the game. You can end up with
hockey too. Like
hockey.
You can have a hot goalie.
Exactly. Soccer, we know. It, you know what I mean? But he goes, but golf, it's consistency. And the person who is consistently good will end up winning the most tournaments, et cetera. And he has done that. Now, my one knock against that is golf is so expensive that there's not a true elite talent that plays it. You know,
that's a good point.
Tiger might be, and a couple of the guys might be the truly elite talent. It's the same argument I have about swimming. It's how many people have swam. Yeah. Like Usain Bolt is the fastest at running 100 meters. Every human has run 100 meters. Yeah. He's competing against literally every human. Whereas, whatever the guy's name, the swimmer guy, Phelps. Michael Phelps is competing against everybody who had a pool in their backyard.
Who can afford to swim.
Exactly. And Tiger is competing against everybody who had enough money to go to a golf course or lived in a neighborhood with a golf course. So it's not the same thing. But I do respect the argument about consistency. And no other sport is like that.
Yeah.
I would stick with Roger Federer.
Well, the only other one I was going to say is tennis because you play how many games? It's best of.
Well, it's 3. You got to win 2 out of 3 sets or 3 out of 5, depending on if it's a major and it's match after match after match you have to win. If a major, 4 rounds, quarterfinal, semifinal, final.
Yeah.
So you got to be excellent over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Most the not major tournaments, so like the minors or whatever, they're a week.
Yeah.
And then majors are 2 weeks. So that's, to me.
The one argument he made about golf, which is different, is that matchups don't matter. Matchups might matter.
That's interesting.
In tennis, right? You might just not be able to get by Nadal, but you can beat everybody else. So if someone else beats Nadal, then you, clean out everyone.
That speaks to the power of Tiger, though.
Exactly.
You say matchups don't matter, but you watch yesterday, and when it gets to the last couple of holes, you know what I'm saying, like, nobody's paying attention to everybody else. Like Tiger, he's walking to the green. There's a fucking huge crowd behind him.
Yep.
You see the red shirt and like in the corner of your eye, and like you're not going against him. It's not a matchup, but like to somebody who's not mentally tough, that's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah,
it's like if you're going against somebody who's like born in the 80s, 90s, dog. That's Tiger fucking Woods in a red shirt. He's the reason why you play golf. He's the reason why you play golf. Of course it's going to fuck
It's Kobe. You're going up against Kobe.
Exactly.
And you could tell how you could tell how much he relished that moment. Like when he birdied 17 and he knew he had a chance. Like he had the chance and he was pissed when he didn't get it. In the same way that Kobe or Jordan would be pissed. Like in their heads, they're like, yeah, I'm supposed to be here. Yeah. I'm supposed to hit this fucking putt.
He's like, I've been here a million
fucking times.
Tiger
fucking Woods. Like he had his swag back. That's what
I loved watching that though.
Real quick point about tennis and then a point about Tiger. Yeah. Tennis, I think it almost speaks to their dominance more because it's matchups. Because I could get a bad matchup, but I still, to win, you got to beat your bad matchup to advance.
Right.
So you're not going to get 12 guys, or 6 guys, 8 guys in a row that you match up with favorably necessarily. You're just better than them.
Right, but
you're better than
I guess the argument is that like everybody in golf is playing against the same person, which is the field, is the course.
Yeah.
Whereas in tennis, you could have an easy bracket.
Yeah, I guess
you see what I'm saying? Like
I still lean tennis, but to a point about Tiger, I encourage everybody to read this Wright Thompson article that was written like 2 years ago about Tiger after the death of his father.
Yeah.
Really in-depth article, but just like it's really well written. Wright Thompson's amazing. I think it's Wright Thompson. And it really humanizes Tiger in a way. But he really, after his dad died, he just fell out of love with golf, is what it seems like. Like he wanted to be a Navy SEAL because his dad was in the Navy and like that was his thing. And it seems like he loves golf again. I don't watch it. I just listen to other sports stations and stuff talk about it. But by all accounts, it seems like he loves golf again. He's happy to be here again.
Yeah.
And that, if you already are an elite athlete, which whether you think he's the best or most, whatever, he's up there.
Yeah.
So just getting that passion back, that's huge.
Yeah.
And we as sports fans and even just like fucking Americans, like we love seeing that type of shit.
Oh, comeback.
We love a comeback story.
Yeah, comeback,
so, like,
underdog,
however
absolutely.
the fuck you feel about Tiger Woods, dog, like seeing him be fucking Tiger again, even if they go to the Masters, he stinks it up again.
Yeah.
Like, which I don't think he is. Like the way he played this past weekend, he looked just like the Tiger of old.
I don't think he's going to catch Jack. He's 4. I just looked it up. He's 4 majors behind Jack.
Oh, he'll catch him.
I don't think he will, but I think he's going to be more beloved not catching him with this fall from grace and then comeback than he would if he just got his 20.
Sometimes you need a fall from grace for people to appreciate you.
Really appreciate you.
And I forget who the guy is who had that. There was a great example of someone who had that where, I mean, Kobe had it to a certain extent, like going through the ankle injury and then coming back, and then we all kind of rooted for him. I know that as a kid, I didn't start rooting for Jordan until he came back and struggled in those Eastern Conference Finals.
It wasn't until after the Magic where I was like...
But also against the Pacers. There were those tough series against like Reggie Miller, and it was like, he looked human, and I was like, oh, I like this guy. It's why we like Batman. He's fucking human.
He's just a dude.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Just a dude.
He's going up against superheroes.
And I think that's why, and we talked about this a lot in our earlier episodes, like that's why we all kind of root for LeBron now. And we don't really root for KD. Because KD's first year in Golden State, they won. And when LeBron got to Miami,
was humbled. That was it. Yes,
he was humbled.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like he got to Miami. He thought it was going to be a steamroll, whatever, and he was humbled immediately.
Yeah.
And then we were all just like, okay, like this guy's, he's seen some struggle. Now we want to see him,
I think every person got some hater in him. So you need to see a guy struggle.
Yeah.
Yes.
No matter how good you are, we want to see you take an L first before we can be like, okay, let's get behind this guy now.
Yeah, that's a great.
And for me, Tiger always something about him just seemed so distant and just kind of off-putting,
and pompous and condescending. He's not likable as a person.
No,
but
he's not.
Apparently, by all accounts, now he's chummy with the other golfers. He's interacting with them in a way they haven't seen before.
Yeah.
He's like, he seems to be happy.
He
and
got
enjoying
humbled.
the game,
Yeah.
and whatever it is, it's like now you really like this guy and you root for him. And again, reading that article. I encourage everyone to read
Son,
it.
if he wins the Masters, first of all, that 30 for 30 is going to be lit.
Amazing.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Especially how close.
It might not even hit TV though.
How tight do you think Bill Simmons is about 30 for 30?
Why?
Because Bill Simmons, that's his idea, 30 for 30.
Yeah.
And then he has this massive public divorce with ESPN.
He still gets credit as executive producer.
Oh,
does he? So he's still getting a check?
He's getting a check.
I don't know if he gets a check, but his name still pops up at the end.
You're getting a check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're up there, you're getting a check.
But my thing with Tiger is that like he was the golden boy for such a long time, and so that probably off-put like the golf purists and like the black folks that were rooting for him because he was the only black guy. He never really identified with us
I didn't
either.
like him.
Yeah, like he never really claimed his blackness.
Cablinasian.
Cablinasian, some bullshit term that he made up.
Yeah.
So like we fucked with it because it was like his name sounded good in rap songs and shit. And
Yeah.
you know, like the More Money, More Problems video was tight. Like we really liked Tiger for that, but we didn't really like him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So personality.
Now it's like, okay, you're kind of humbled. You fucked up with the divorce. We see you with some hoes. You've done a lot of shit that made you human in our eyes. So it's good. It was good to see him like do his thing yesterday. So.
What is his ex thinking?
She has her own island or whatever the fuck. She's thrilled either way.
Really?
Good, yeah.
I mean, her divorce settlement was crazy.
She got like the
was
second or third biggest like divorce settlement. In
that
history.
alone, you should root for Tiger.
Yeah.
Like that alone, you
I
just
bet he's
want
still
him to
paying
come
money.
back.
It was like Tiger Woods, like Jordan's wife, and like Paul McCartney's wife. They got like the 3 biggest divorce settlements.
That one-legged chick, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the fire thing.
Can you believe the fucking balls on that woman?
Listen, like you should get half of half
balls
if you only
on
have one leg.
Yeah.
Like,
Stumble
you're not
over
even a
here
full
and sign this
person,
contract. I can't believe that she actually thought she was entitled to half of his money.
This comedian, Daryl Wright, years ago, I haven't seen this guy in years, but he had the funniest thing where he said, like, women, y'all are dumb. And then he talked about Paul McCartney. He's like, you know, he married that one-legged woman. And the divorce settlement, she said, he used to hide her leg at night. and then he goes, now here's where women are stupid. Every one of y'all says you want to marry what? Your best friend. And he goes, well, if you marry a guy, that's what he would do to his best friend.
That's good. That's good. We would hide her leg at night.
You kind of have to. That is.
So fucking funny, man.
Did she have a kid?
I don't know. I'm sure
did she have one of her kids?
Sure
She did? Oh, they have a kid together? Okay, that's a little different. You got to give her some money for that. But
she ain't right a hard day's night, man. Like she didn't fucking.
Yeah, but no, I mean
for
just
some
like,
reason I feel like one-legged childbirth is easier in my mind.
No, I think childbirth is hard just because, you know, you got
probably slides out like
in
a
my mind it's not as hard.
How do you even holster that? You don't even put it in a stirrup.
You don't gotta use both legs. You just hit the one leg. It probably comes to the right. Just shoots out like a water gun.
Maybe got an odd slant on his head.
There's no blood. The baby comes out not even crying. Like, damn, I wasn't even. So wipes himself off.
Just walks out that.
Bro, yeah. Good. What's up, y'all? Dude, this is crazy. We got to see what she's up to.
Probably.
I used to think that she wrote Harry Potter for the longest time. I thought it was the same girl. I had no clue. I think they kind of
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, it was the wife. I thought because I was like, why would he marry a one-legged girl? She must be really special. Oh, it's the girl who wrote Harry Potter. Like this is a fucking one of the biggest rock stars in the world.
This is how
the stupidest shit
I've ever heard in my life.
It's not. Think about it. Like
this is how I
you're
know
one of
Edge
the
is
biggest
kinda black.
rock stars in the world, right? You're one of the biggest rock stars in the entire world. You can fuck any girl, and you go to fuck some white pirate bitch for no reason, right? I'm like, she gotta have something special. Right? She gotta have something special. Oh, she wrote Harry Potter. She wrote all those things. Clearly, it's the pirate girl who wrote the Harry Potter, right? That's why he's marrying her. And then I was tight when I heard about the divorce. I was like, why you taking half of his money when you got so much money from Harry Potter? You got 7 movies that come out from Harry Potter. Now you taking half of his money. He had to split his money 4 ways with all the Beatles.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
This is how I know you're kind of black.
That's what I was thinking.
Because all white people look alike
That's
to
what
me.
I was just thinking.
Yo, son, Alex, get them 2 girls up right now and tell me they don't look alike from the waist up.
Hearing you explain it, I'm like, yeah, that'll pass. Like, I wouldn't, if
I
I didn't Google
that's
that.
a Kaz argument I'm hearing.
Son,
I married a white bitch wrote Harry Potter. She must be the one-legged white bitch.
Same
You
white
don't even
bitch.
know if J.K. Rowling, how many legs she got.
Now I know she got 2, apparently. I used to think she got 1.5.
1.5. 1.5.
Because she had the knee down.
I don't know nothing about this bitch.
Oh,
No, I looked her up, bro, because I was tight off of that.
Shit.
I don't know nothing about the Beatles.
Honestly, that's why I thought she got the money to start Harry Potter from. I thought it was self-produced.
Making that Beatles money work.
Real talk.
Write these fucking wizard books, goddammit.
Golly.
You're just competitive with Paul. Oh, you can write? I bet I can write. Motherfucker. Hard day's night for you.
Yeah.
Hogwarts. How about that?
Oh, God. All right, what else? What else happened? So, Tiger back.
NBA.
Anything happened in the league?
Kyrie's knees.
Kyrie
Steph
fine.
Curry ankles. My man's taking time
Bron.
off.
I think Bron coming to New York, y'all. Everybody's saying he's coming.
So
Everybody,
stupid.
just listen. Everybody's saying.
You're so fucking
just
stupid.
listen, dog. I got ideas. You know what I mean?
That's the only time I
fuck?
ever heard you sound humble.
I fucking got ideas, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So
Your dumbass idea.
he don't want to go through that Western Conference. That's why I don't think he's going to LA. He wants an easy ride to the finals, and he knows that easy ride is on the East Coast. Now, there's only one team he could go to on the East Coast, and it's the New York Knicks because he's guaranteed going to a big market next year. That's guaranteed.
Any city LeBron plays in is a big market.
Nah, but it's not.
It's immediately a big
Fam,
market.
it's not, though.
It is.
It's
yeah.
not.
You're a stupid idiot.
I think he's going to the
You're a
Knicks.
stupid
I think he's
idiot.
going to take us to the promised land.
Stop this.
I think the unicorn's
Stop
going
this.
Yo, he loves his white
Stop this.
power forwards
Stop this.
He's loved
He got a
one
white-
white power forward.
his whole life. He does like
As
it.
much as I love the Knicks,
Also, Chris Bosh pretty white.
he's a little.
You know the white
He's a
thing
little
about
soft
Chris
in the
Bosh?
tank.
He didn't marry a white woman.
Yeah, I
Well,
told
Dirk
you.
in him.
Told you,
strong
bro.
black woman.
I
was
told
like,
you,
Dirk
bro.
in him.
Why would you
that's
do
not-
this?
Yo, that is true. White NBA players be marrying black
Bro.
chicks. Black NBA players marry white chicks,
Dirk
bro.
married the blackest chick.
Yo.
Bro. He comes to
She's
every
Kenyan.
game.
Steve Nash
he comes to
tried
every
to.
game with a to-go plate.
Facts.
From
That's
the
right.
next night.
The tinfoil on it.
Bro, with
Get
the
some
tinfoil on
Tupperware,
it.
boo. Come
So, yeah,
on.
those oxtails are still hitting. Nah, I'm eating
Yeah.
these right now for the game.
Shout out to Alicia.
Oh, God.
What, dog? What? She got the oxtail on deck, bro. You didn't know about Alicia?
Oh, fuck, what? I didn't even think about the name, dog.
Oh.
I can't. I didn't know Cass's hoes had names.
bro.
Wow.
Yo.
Cass has no hose, by the way.
Kaz got no hoes, bro.
Cass a
Zero.
feminist.
That's right. Flagrant feminist.
Actually,
Cass.
Ashley
Is
used to-
one of his old
used to
hoes?
be-
No, I'm kidding.
No.
What?
No, one of her good
You
friends.
used to hook
I used
up with
date.
Ashley?
No, one of her good friends I used to date.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
How's the dick game?
She was.
You know.
You know
knows.
damn well.
She knows. No, I'm just kidding.
How's the dick name? You never. Oh, the dick game's
It
trash,
must
bro.
be trash.
Damn, yo.
They didn't
Damn, yo. They didn't talk
Damn,
about your
son.
dick at all.
Shit.
She made a couple
Thank you.
trips.
Thank
up
you for the
north.
save, Ashley. I appreciate that. Jesus Christ.
Wow, but she paid for herself, or
she
did
did
Kaz
pay for
pay?
herself. This is true. She did pay for herself.
Oh,
She's-
shit.
She's
Oh.
rich. Her
Kaz
daddy
got that
used to
yaw,
play
fam.
for the.
Kaz got that, y'all.
Cass got that y'all.
You got that yammy? You got that?
No, I went to her daddy's. Her daddy's. I shouldn't even be talking about
Is
this.
this girl right here?
No. Is
Tell
this-
me they're not the same
They're
fucking
honest-
girl.
Wait, did you just like blend them together just now?
Yo, hold up, real talk. Which
All
one?
right.
Okay, which one is J.K. Rowling and which one is the pop?
J.K. Rowling.
The homelier looking bitch, obviously.
Hold on, you thought that
Not
was
for
J.K.
nothing.
Rowling?
That's J.K. Rowling, fam.
Not for nothing. For a one-legged chick, she's kind of. Oh, that's a different one.
Get the one-legged one, bro.
I was about to say for a chick with one leg,
Yo,
she's
Alex, you fucking up today, dog. That's why we sending
Hold
you
on.
all the dicks.
Get one J.K. Rowling's
You know
and
what?
then get one
asshole
Paul,
army.
Paul
Send him,
McCartney's
send
right.
him 2 dicks.
Yeah, and send him a picture of Paul McCartney's ex bitch so we know who the fuck she is. Hold on. Yo, this one right here.
Oh my God.
Get the one-legged one, and you know how you could tell if it's one-legged? Get a full body pic.
I thought this.
It's
no,
quite
you know what?
possibly the easiest person to see if they're the one-legged
You know
one,
what?
right?
I could see how he would think this is a one-legged chick because she kind of leaning.
Who, this one right
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
right?
she kinda
Yeah,
leaning.
bro. Yo, you missing a couple centimeters.
She didn't have her peg leg on that night.
Yo, come
So,
on.
just rest them a nub.
Hey, man. You know it's fucked up when they get in a fight and she stomps off and just click, click, click. I'm not dealing with this anymore, Paul. Click, 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 click,
like-
click.
It sounds like.
Yeah. I'm not putting up with these shenanigans out here playing your shows late at night.
Ah.
Oh God!
Oh,
And then he gets sick of it
Yo,
and just takes the fucking line.
Yo, that's it. Now she's like, fine.
So now sit your ass down.
That's what I was gonna say. The funniest shit ever is actually think about if he really did hide that leg. Picture her hopping around looking for the leg.
son.
That shit is too funny.
And Paul fake sleep. You know he fake sleep in the morning. He's just got one eye open like.
One legs. Oh,
I'll tell you what, where LeBron is going,
All right.
it's either gonna be this the Spurs or the Sixers. I don't know if he's staying in Cleveland. Is this new Cleveland team even good?
This Cleveland team sucks.
Fam. I mean, it's unknown.
I've been so every time the Cavs have made trades this season, we walked in here talking about how great of trades they were, how great Cleveland was, and then the team does nothing, and it's making me wonder if it's LeBron.
That was my next point. I'm like, look at it. Dwayne Wade is in Miami looking like Flash again. Isaiah Thomas has been cooking for the Lakers. He cooked yesterday when he played the Cavs.
Yeah, he did play well.
Amon Shumpert, he's still coming off an injury, but everybody, Derrick Rose just got back to the Timberwolves, so you got to give him some time. Yeah. But it's is it LeBron?
No.
Is it him?
No, that's the Kang. That's the Kang. That's the king, bro.
He is the best player in the league still.
And he's coming to the Knicks.
He is.
Next year.
I'm not going to say it's
the New York Knicks.
It's definitely not LeBron.
That's what team he'll be on.
He's not
New
coming
York
to the
Knicks.
Knicks.
He is coming to the New York Knicks. He's coming to the New York Knicks.
So stupid.
He is coming to the New York Knicks.
So stupid.
He's where he's coming. I don't know why you guys would ever think anything like it, anything different.
Oh, yeah, him and Chris Stapps going to run the fucking East. Get out of my face.
They are. They're bringing back the triangle.
Chris Stapps ain't even coming back until fucking February.
Is that when he's coming back?
I mean, the ACL usually takes 8 months to a year.
You telling me that's not the same fucking woman?
Listen, all white women look alike to me, dog.
All of them?
A good amount of them.
You know what? I'm not racist like I think all white people look alike, but I think any two white people could be related. If you told me any two white people were cousins, I'd be like, I see it.
Shit, son, I just did the race math on that, and I thought about if that applied to black people and the Asians and shit like that. I'll tell you one thing: black people, any East African black people, could be related.
Yeah, but you are specific enough to know East Africa.
Ethiopian, Eritrean, Somalian, they all look exactly the fucking same, son.
This is how you know Andrew is a racist, though, right? You have to know a certain type of African.
My man
and
was
black.
East African.
He was mad specific
because they look mad similar. B. I swear to God, the reason we got so many is they just take 2 passports when they go back and they just give it to another person to come, bro. That's how you get the whole family.
Every Cape Verdean woman I've ever met looks exactly the same. They all look like a smidge of Amber Rose with a smidge of fucking they either got blondish hair or sort of golden skin. Cape Verdeans are built differently, dog.
Who the fuck is that?
All right, see, no. Who
is that?
Is that the one-legged joint?
That's Chelsea
I'd
Clinton.
hide her leg, too.
That's Chelsea Clinton, bro. No, she's not.
I couldn't even get to the legs. I can't look past the bitch teeth.
Let me ask you a question. Did she gnaw her leg off because it was caught in a fucking bear trap? This is not the girl, dude. There's no way. There's no guy. And first of all, why would you show us a picture of her that didn't include the leg? We do
need the leg at this point.
The only thing we want to see is the fucking nub, okay? I want to see that chicken wing looking thing that's hanging off of her hip.
Listen, Alex, I don't think we're being hard on you today. I think you just fucking up.
Nah, dude.
We talked about the OJ interview.
You sent him a bunch of dicks in 1 weekend,
probably
man.
too busy looking at cocks on his phone, not paying attention to what's going on over here at Flagrant 2. She got some good knockers on her. I'll tell you that thing.
Oh, gosh. Yeah,
was that objectifying?
Pretty solid.
I mean, obviously.
Whatever.
Okay, here's what.
Fashion Week
Let me ask
somewhere.
you this NBA question.
It's totally okay to objectify during Fashion Week, right? Right. Then it's art, and then we do it, and we're like, oh, look at these fucking pieces of shit. All right, go.
Should we start talking about the Raptors?
Son, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Yo, fam.
Oh, that's the oh shit, the little tink. Poor little tink.
This is the funniest picture ever. They got the bitch in a swimsuit holding skis.
Well, all the confidence. She's sexy.
With a Terminator leg. Bitch got a T-1000 spare part.
Hold on.
Bitch got a leg sponsored by Skynet. And you think I'm gonna notice anything else but your motherfucking hasta la vista baby ass leg?
Oh God!
Oh shit! Yo, we gotta find out how she lost her leg, yo.
Bro,
fam. If you lost her leg at war, story. That's not. I'll feel real bad about it. But if you lost that shit at the mall, son, we are roasting you, son. Get your ass off the escalator, bitch. Why? You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be on your phone on the escalator. That's how you lose your fucking leg. The fuck? They told you don't look on your phone on the escalator, and then you got your shit chewed up at the bottom. Nobody helping you.
Oh fuck!
Come on now. Shit.
Oh my God, I can't though.
She is killing it though in this little outfit.
She got
fun.
She got a lot of confidence. I respect
She do got 2-leg confidence.
She got that Beetle money confidence.
She got that Oscar Pistorius confidence.
She does have Oscar's confidence, bro. Yo.
Oh man. You forget he was the handicap one.
Yeah.
He'd look at you like that. Like, the fuck?
Yo.
It's like, bro, you're the one with no legs.
My man had
looking down at me.
So the best Chris Rock, you see the Chris Rock joke? The best Chris Rock joke, he goes, how the fuck's the fastest man in Africa got no legs? A white guy with no legs.
I definitely set our race back like a couple of years.
Chris the Beast.
Have you seen Tambourine?
I haven't seen Tambourine.
All right, you can take that back.
Oh, really? Yikes.
We need to talk about it.
It was all right. I enjoyed it.
I want you to see it. Next episode, I want to talk Tambourine.
All right,
have a real discussion
I'll
about
look at
it.
it. I don't like... Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's white OJ.
He is white OJ. He is white OJ, though.
God, look at this.
Do you remember those pictures from the courtroom?
Fine, bro.
The courtroom pictures were fire, dog.
No.
Yo, pull up the... Yo,
can I ask y'all a question?
Pull up those Oscar Pistorius, courtroom photos.
How you fuck?
Them shits look like mixtape photos.
How you fuck? How you fuck that? How you fuck her?
First of all, I think it's rather easy.
Do you know? No, I know how to do it. I'm saying, what position do you do it in?
Well, you can't put the legs on top. Your shoulder gonna be fucking just
a titanium leg on your shoulder.
Do you keep her fake leg on when you smash, or do you take that off and then you just lay her in the bed and you just got that one chicken nugget leg and you just it's true. So what do you do? What do you do? Or do you put her in doggy style and you just got one knee down and then you got one table leg down right here?
Damn, I'm not listening past chicken nugget.
What do you do? What do you do for smash?
I can't hear anything past chicken nugget.
Son, you realize how picky I am? If a girl's second toe is longer than her first, I question having sex with her. How a fucking girl don't even have any of the toes? It's not even...
Jesus Christ.
Oh
I bet that bionic foot got
what's this thing right
descending
here?
toe order?
Like a fucking...
Oh, is that surgery?
I don't know what that is.
No, I think that's just sunshine.
I hope so.
I really hope that she didn't lose her. If she lost her leg in a bad way,
we're gonna find out she lost her leg some horrible accident.
Yo,
we're gonna get so much shit.
Yo,
this is the baddest Special Olympics winner in history.
Oh shit! Yo, can you get us another pic, without the glasses? I want to see what her face looks like.
Special Olympics Playboy edition.
Yeah,
just
a Special Olympics Playboy edition. That's the cover girl.
That's the cover girl right there, though. She'd be the first chick.
Y'all are crazy.
This, there's probably some kink shit for that out there.
So wait a minute.
There's somebody on Pornhub right now,
Son, they did not make him walk around. They did not make him walk around.
They made him take off his fucking legs, dog.
Nah, bro. That's not cool.
God.
Son.
That is fucked up.
Stop playing, bro.
That is
That shit look like two boogers.
Dog.
Yo.
This wasn't the photos I was thinking about, but this is way funnier.
Nah, this is not cool, bro.
The bottom.
That's not cool, bro.
From the bottom part of like a cow,
a sperm,
like a cow, like the leg of a cow, like from the kneecap down to like a horse. That's
what it looks like.
That's his shit.
Oh God, bro, what that shit look like? Oh my God. Son, this looks photoshopped. Right now we're looking at Oscar Pistorius, by the way. It's okay to laugh at him.
A wishbone.
It's okay to laugh at him because he killed his wife.
Because he killed his wife, so we can make all the jokes. We're not making fun of anybody else who don't have legs, okay? We're just making fun of him because he's a murderer, and that's the only thing. But, bro, that shit is just awkward looking, bro.
Golly.
I don't even know what to do with that.
You know how fucking arrogant you gotta be? You think you get away with that shit? You got no legs.
Yeah.
You think the courtroom gonna forgive you? You don't got OJ skin, motherfucker.
Yeah, you really don't.
You didn't make Naked Gun, motherfucker.
Okay.
Oh my God. What
Alex,
else we got?
for getting.
Oh, there it is. Oh shit.
Yo.
There it is. Oh, fuck.
Yo, Alex. Alex, hold up. I know y'all don't notice this, but I'm going to point it out because I'm a guy that likes and notices these types of things.
I think I'm noticing the same thing.
If you look at this picture, nobody watching can see it, but if you look at this picture, this girl, as part of her fake leg, is in a sandal, and she got manicured fake toes. And all I want to say is I appreciate the attention to detail.
That's some nice looking toes.
That's, bro, it's too blurry. Son, I appreciate attention to detail.
No, here's what I also said. We talk over each other when we start laughing. And we probably fucked up, but bionic legs, I guaranteed you, would have toes in descending order. And look at that shit.
Absolutely. That's
There's
a beautiful
no way you're
foot.
making a bionic leg with a middle toe longer.
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't do that to no fucking
Oh, my
amputee.
God. Oh, my God. What's up, shorty?
Could you fuck her with a fake leg descending toe order? Good man.
Would I fuck her with it? You know what?
That doesn't count, though, because it's not really her toes.
My friend almost hooked me up with this girl who's paralyzed from the waist down.
Mm-hmm.
And
I feel like you talked about this before.
I did.
Yeah.
Did I? And
So
it
you
was
bring it
like, she's fine, bro.
She was fire.
I show y'all pictures.
Off the podcast.
I tell you off the podcast,
Okay,
probably.
okay, yeah.
She's fine,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like,
He showed pictures. She was gorgeous.
She was
like
gorgeous.
stunning. And she got in a car accident or some shit and
Yeah,
lost her
tragic.
shit.
That's tragic.
Yeah, and she's trying to get it back. I think. I don't even know her. I think we texted a little bit, but like, and it was one of those things where you
Did
almost
you put her in her
think
phone
about.
as Denise wheelchair? It's a Curb Your Enthusiasm reference. We ain't seen Curb. You seen Curb? I'm not making fun of no legs. I'm just referencing Curb.
Yeah, we
It's like
going
the
to
episode
hell.
of Saved by the Bell when like Zach Morris is into that one chick, and they're like, "All right, see you later,
Oh,
guys."
yeah. And then
And then he stood up, and she was in a wheelchair, and it was like,
And then he tried to do too much for her. Andrew wouldn't do that. Yo, listen, I'm not making fun of the girl with the fucking tragic accident.
Son,
"Yo, we are going to hell."
I
dog.
thought about getting head, and the way that I would get it is I would sit on the table, and I would just have her roll her mouth into my dick, and then roll it in, and then roll back, and then roll close, and then roll back. I thought about that.
Just put on a ramp. It's like, so you get a nice angle. It's just ramp it up and down.
Son.
Oh my!
The
goodness
levels of
gracious.
flagrancy that we have displayed today are
God
mind-boggling, yo.
Yo, we're never gonna.
This is, last week was the original record for least basketball we ever talked. We broke that
We
record.
definitely broke that record today.
Did we talk about basketball yet?
Yeah, we talked a little
some
bit.
cash.
I gotta leave in 7 minutes.
You said some stupid shit about LeBron going to the Knicks. It wasn't gonna happen.
What?
He going to the Knicks.
If Kawhi comes back and is effective, I really think he strongly considers the Spurs.
You should.
Son,
You should consider it.
can I give you one other hot take? Well, not really hot take, but we didn't really talk about college basketball at all because, I don't know, none of us really care.
We should. We should get into some March
But
Madness.
we'll
real
get
quick.
into some March Madness, but Oklahoma, which is Trae Young's team, you guys know Trae Young. Everybody's calling him the next Steph Curry.
Mhm.
The team, that was great. We can do this
Ooh,
afterwards.
Like that.
So they're videotaped like most teams that are on the bubble to see if they're going to make the tournament. They made the tournament, and there's a very interesting reaction because everybody on the team is super excited, but Trae Young is very excited, but he's by himself, and the rest of his teammates treat him almost like a celebrity. They're afraid to congratulate him. They kind of like pat him, but they don't know. And it's the weirdest reaction that I've ever seen someone who's supposed to be a teammate. You know what I mean? And it is something I think that teams should consider. Like, is this guy someone who doesn't get along with his teammates? Is this somebody that their teammates don't connect with?
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that.
It was
I did
odd.
see the video.
Like,
I
I'm
did see the
talking
video.
about weirdo, bro.
I think it
Like,
was.
you want to embrace when that happens. Look
Yeah.
at every other team when it happens. They're hugging each other, slapping five. The guy barely makes eye contact with
Yeah.
You
you.
think it's just because my man looks like a baby who hit puberty? You don't hug no grown ass baby.
He has like a
Touch me, fam.
man face on like a little person's body.
Yeah.
He definitely looks like 45
It was almost as if the
face.
team reacted like he takes 40-foot threes without starting the offense at all. It was almost as if that happened, you know?
Yeah, but
Maybe
he's a good
that.
passer, and that's what it is.
Yeah, he is good.
Usually
I
those
think-
guys are well liked.
Yeah, my thing with that is I think there isn't in college basketball. I don't think one team leans on a player more than they do lean on Trae Young.
Right.
And somebody said this
Oh.
on the Twitter, so I'm not gonna take credit for saying this. There's no way they should have made the tournament.
Yes,
Right.
correct. They made it because he's a
so
star.
it's all
They
hype.
lost. They
Okay.
lost 13 games.
They fucking cratered.
They
They were the number 4 seed.
crumbled. They crumbled the
Yeah.
last 2 months of the season. And somebody said this and put it so perfectly. I wish I thought of it. The NCAA hates a lot of things. They don't hate money. And Trae Young is money.
Yeah.
Facts.
You're gonna want to watch that motherfucker on March Madness.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch him during that tournament.
Right.
If he happens to go on a Steph Curry-like run like Davidson did,
Right.
you're gonna want that.
They'll lose in the first round.
I don't think they'll lose.
Rhode Island's taking them out.
I don't think they'll lose.
Oh, there was another beautiful moment outside of the Trae Young thing, and it was Danny Hurley, which is Bobby Hurley's brother,
that was tight,
who's the coach of Rhode Island, and he's sitting there with his team, and he's waiting to see which teams made it. And Bobby Hurley's team is Arizona State.
Yeah.
And Bobby Hurley's team was a big bubble team, and they made it. And Danny Hurley goes berserk. He can't say, yeah, let's fucking go. And then he starts crying for his brother's team. And it's a really beautiful moment because you see all the players, they're shocked to see the emotional reaction. And then they start kind of patting him and they have these genuine smiles like, oh, wow, like this guy's the real deal. Like he genuinely cares about his brother. It was a really beautiful moment. Check it out.
Oh,
Hurley
tight,
family.
Yeah, like if you know the whole story about the Hurley family, like their dad,
they're good
St.
peoples.
Anthony's, and Bobby, and I played against their dad's team like numerous times in high school, whatever. So like the Hurleys are like a royal basketball family.
Right.
You know
St. Anthony's is like they take in like not
very
troubled kids, but
Jersey, like they take in like, if you ever been to the school, it's literally, and I don't know if it's shut down, it's been renovated or whatever, but like it's literally just a hallway. Like it's a small piece of shit school, but it is like a basketball powerhouse, and he doesn't take like fucking like like most high school powerhouses, like they'll take kids from like all over the city, like from all over the country even nowadays. But St. Anthony still takes regular Jersey City kids and turns them into like they may not make like pros, but they all go like high D1 or go to some Division I school, and it's like, and he went to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and if I'm just off of high school basketball.
If I'm not mistaken, his focus is still academics and getting these kids on the right path.
Yeah.
It's not, hey, let's just win a bunch of games. I mean, he's a fucking hero.
Yeah. If you ever get to see the Spirit of St. Anthony documentary, watch that shit.
All right,
like, it is amazing, and they were like our rival school in high school, but like even us, we're just
still
like,
gotta show
you
love.
you still fucking like Bobby Hurley is like the motherfucking god in Jersey.
Yeah.
So like you can't disrespect that dude. But yeah, definitely.
Well, should we do the bracket, guys?
Okay,
Let's do the bracket, man.
And then I gotta run. You guys can keep going.
Oh no,
I gotta head up in what's it called?
We got a good almost.
I want to say real quick, a huge thank you to everybody who came out to the shows in Miami, man. We had 4 sold out shows at the Comedy Inn, and it was just awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I mean, that club just puts it in perspective. They've only ever done 3 shows. So they added another one, and that one sold out. So it was just awesome. Thank you guys. Views from the Sis tour has been going great. I'm going to be in South by Southwest tomorrow for a movie premiere right when you get work. I'm in this film, and also for a show for Views from the Sis at the Cap City Comedy Club. So if you haven't gotten tickets already, get your tickets. That will be when this comes out, that will be Tuesday. So it'll be the same day.
What's the name of the movie?
Right When You Get Work.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so check that out. And then not the weekend, not this weekend, but the weekend after that, I'm going to be in Toledo, Ohio. So if you're in that area, you're in Detroit, Ann Arbor, come drive down. It's only like an hour. I think I'm flying into Detroit. Come out to the show, man. It's going to be great. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I'm also, I'll announce that later this week, but we got some more shows. Toronto, we added another show. You sold out the theater in Toronto, so we added another one. Thank you guys so much for that. And get tickets for that one. And please, go to theandrewschultz.com. You can see all the dates. I got some new dates coming up, so thank you. Okay. Yeah, so, anything you guys want to plug before we do this?
I can't really announce it yet, but soon I'll be able to announce the new endeavor.
Oh, that's right.
So I guess I'll wait till next week.
Fair enough.
But Palooza in a couple of weeks, April 21st in Atlanta at the Masquerade. We'll be announcing the DJ lineup hopefully the end of this week or next week. So everybody in Atlanta, Georgia, come through to that. New York City, May 20th, Memorial Day weekend. We're taking over the Highline Ballroom. Legendary venue in New York City. So come to that. Come check that out. And just keep supporting Flagrant too, man. Shout out to Ashley and Cody for coming through.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Big fans of the show, and I thought it was real special to have them come through and sit in and see what we do every weekend. So appreciate you guys for coming through.
You have fun? Cody knew his shit too. He corrected us on certain things. He knew Richard Sherman's contract details.
He's getting his stat boy on for a little bit.
Yeah, appreciate you done coming through, Cody. Guys, same thing. Caroline's March 30th, 2 shows on a Friday. This is really dope to me because when we started this American-born Desi comedians thing, we just started a show in Jersey. Then we got Caroline's, and they gave us Tuesday night, which is the worst night, and I don't blame them for it, but that's the night that's historically the slowest. We sold that out, sold out the next show, and now they're giving us 2 shows on a Friday. So please come through, help us keep building. Friday, March 30th, there's a 7:30 show and a 10 o'clock show. We got some dope special guests coming through. Just come check it out, man. Carolines.com. You can buy tickets.
We fill all the assholes. We filling up all these shows.
Yeah, we're gonna be in there. I'm pulling up if I'm in town.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna check it out. I just gotta say I'm super appreciative. You know, when I go do these shows and see the people in the audience throwing the assholes up, and it's just a wild experience that it's just a wild experience like have been like told no from certain clubs or certain networks or et cetera, and then go back to these clubs and then be selling them out. It's just I don't know how to word it.
That's what the fuck it's supposed to be, guys.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just I'm just super grateful. But it's one of those
dope caption about it. It's like you'd rather be the people's champ than
an industry darling.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful way to put it. And that is, I think this is important to say, because there are people in this industry, and the industry is, we don't like actors for a lot of reasons, but like there's a thing where people don't like to hear what they don't want to hear. Like they won't, no matter how funny it is, no matter how good it is, they won't give it a chance. I think Andrew's a guy that should have had a lot of the same opportunities that some of the biggest names are getting, and he just never got those shots. I think I'm not getting a lot of shots that I should get because we challenge audiences and we want you to think, and we say things that are different than everybody's equal and cuck. And we don't hate anybody. We just want you to think, and I think it's important that you guys support us. We appreciate that so much, and please keep telling people about us. Like let's get that idea out there that we can think about 2 sides of an issue, and you can be challenged and it can still be funny and fun.
Yeah. And that's why this show is doing well, man. That's why the asshole army is strong, and that's why Flagrant 2 is, doing what it's done, man. It's all because of you guys. And the power of, spreading that word, man.
You need an army now, man. I think this is what a lot of times the industry doesn't realize, and they're a little bit antiquated in it, is you need an army. And when you have an army, you have a lot of independence. You could go into these different markets. Like I'm fortunate I can go into these different markets, and people come out to shows, and you need an army. Like what fame is completely changed. Fame used to be about distance, right? It used to be, hey, let me be
that mystique of not being
mysterious.
Able to be touched.
Oh, you can only see Will Smith once or twice a year when his movie comes out. Oh my God. Now Will Smith is smart, and I've spoken about this on Brilliant Idiots, but he realized, oh shit, fame has changed. Kylie Jenner's famous now. Yeah. She's in your face every single day. I got to do that. So he starts vlogging and doing Instagram and all that kind of stuff.
He's already the best at Instagram.
And he's already the best.
Best at everything.
Because he's a fucking brilliant genius. He's just so likable, and he's so funny. He's just awesome. He's just an awesome guy. He's a superstar. But the beautiful thing about it is there is justice. Like if you put out something, and I say this to everybody listening that does their own podcast or does their own, creative endeavors, if you put it out there and the people fuck with it, there is justice, right? And it happened to me when I started putting up my stand-up clips out there after nobody would buy my special. All of a sudden I started selling out shows, and it was like, oh fuck. There are people that fuck with me. They just need to know that there's something to fuck with. Yeah. So all I'm saying is I'm very grateful for you guys. Let's keep on selling out these shows and telling everybody who said no to go fuck off. And I hope you guys do the same exact thing in your lives. Now let's pick some goddamn college basketball teams. And then I got to run out of here. Can I go first so I can run out of here?
Yeah.
Okay. North Carolina, Florida Gulf Coast, Fairleigh Dickinson University. I'm going with Florida Gulf Coast, Fairleigh Dickinson University. USC Providence. I'm going with Providence. Indiana, Chattanooga all the way. Kentucky, Stony Brook.
Can we just do Final Four and winners?
Yeah, let's just pick winners of the region. This is gonna take way too long if we go through it.
Okay, I got Florida Gulf Coast Dickinson University. I got Webster State or Weber State, whatever the fuck it is. I got Middle Tennessee.
Still doing Elite Eight, this dumb motherfucker.
Whoopsie. I got what I'm trying to say is Florida Gulf Coast, Fairleigh Dickinson University.
I actually think this is last year's bracket.
Is it?
The more I'm looking at it, is it last year's bracket?
Alex, if you fucked
Houston
up again.
2016. It's 2 years
Alex,
ago.
if you fucked up again.
2 years ago's bracket.
Alex, if you fucked up again.
It's only okay. So it's only.
Do you not see the Houston 2016 in the center?
So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Flagrant 2 fans.
I can't even find a one-legged bitch on the internet.
This is what we're gonna do. All right. We're gonna make a bracket. Right. We're going to tweet out the link. I'm going to tweet it out. Andrew,
I'm out.
Akaash.
I'm leaving.
Alex.
You guys finish the show. I got to make a flight.
We're going to be out of here right after you. Fly safe, bro. Enjoy Austin.
Have fun at South by Southwest, dog.
So we're going to create a bracket. We're going to send it out to all the Flagrant 2 fans. We might do a poll. We might not. We might just do a bracket of integrity. Shout out to Mike Golick and all those guys over at Golick and Wingo. Don't fill out multiple brackets. We're filling out one bracket.
Yeah.
One shit. Don't be that guy that has 5 different brackets and be like, oh yeah, no, fuck all that. You stand by your picks. We're gonna have the Flagrant 2 Army fill out their picks, and the winner of the show, we're gonna have a dope prize for you. Maybe get you some merch, maybe get you to a show taping, a live show, whatever. Whoever wins that bracket, you know what I mean, we're gonna show love to you guys. So make sure when we send that joint out, you fill it out and let the games begin.
Kaz, that was beautiful, dog.
I tried, man.
I don't think I could have explained it like that. I love sitting on the sideline and letting you and Andrew handle all that heavy lifting because there's no way I can say that many words. I just don't want to do it.
I'm an orator of sorts.
Yes, you are. You are vital to this podcast, and that's one of many reasons. Is none of us could do what you just did because this was also Kaz's idea. I believe Kaz and Alex, maybe just Kaz.
Alex threw it out. Yeah.
Oh, just Alex. All right, bet. Alex, thank you for that. We appreciate that. And then, you did. This is a great idea. Let's have a Flagrant 2 bracket, and the winner will get something. We don't know what. So it's not worth filling out 8 brackets because we don't even know what the fuck we're going to give you yet. But come through. Just fill out a bracket, and let's see who wins. Now, personally, I don't know anything about college at all anymore. And
that puts you in a great position. Because people who don't know shit about college,
this is
usually ends up winning these things anyway.
But you know what I've realized? The reason I don't keep up at all anymore is because I don't watch SportsCenter as filler like I used to.
Yeah.
Before, SportsCenter was just what guys all had on in the background, and for whatever reason now I don't. I think my girlfriend's taking all the fun out of TV, but now I just don't have it on, and that's how I used to keep up, like peripherally or whatever. This is just, I'd watch highlights and I'd be like, oh, North Carolina looks really good. Syracuse looks really good. And normally you could get the Final Four 75% right just off of that.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's always there's a lot of teams and there'll be upsets and upsets make a lot of, noise. But at the end of the day, there's really 6 or 7 teams that have a real chance of winning it all. You know what I'm saying? So it's as long as you keep up with those guys, your Dukes, your Kentuckys, your Kansases, your Virginias, your Villanovas, they're always in the mix. You know what I'm saying? But there might be 1 or 2 that squeak by, your Weber States or some bullshit low mid-major.
Your Butler if you got Brad Stevens.
Butler or something
also,
like that.
credit to Villanova. Did you mention Villanova?
Yeah.
Who's their coach?
Jay Wright.
Jay Wright has. I don't remember Villanova as a kid. I remember them kind of making noise every once in a while, but he's made them a powerhouse.
Yeah, Villanova used to be the plucky underdog of the Big East. When it was
what a fucking sentence, dog! Come on, plucky underdog of the Big East. This motherfucker knows college. I don't know nothing about college. I just know I went and paid too much.
They were back when the Big East was before it got broken up and gone to the ACC and stuff. The heavy hitters are UConn, Syracuse, Georgetown. Those teams, and Villanova was just kind of in the middle for a while, and then they won that. They got lucky with that one national championship where they were the super underdog, whatever.
Yeah,
and then got real quiet, and then I think they had that one class where they had like Allen Ray and Kyle Lowry and all those guards. It was point guard university, whatever. Yeah. And ever since then, they've just been always in the mix, always in the top tier.
And that championship game they won against North Carolina was a fucking incredible game.
Yeah, one of the best basketball games you'll ever see.
I mean, fucking incredible.
Jeez, when they had the game winner, fucking
buzzer beater. 2 game winners. There was a 3 that banked in. I don't remember who hit it on UNC.
It was Peters or Marcus something.
You probably know. I barely kept up around tournament time.
Yeah.
But now I keep up even less. But I remember that 3-pointer banked in, and I was rooting for Villanova just because I got too many friends that are UNC fans and it just gets obnoxious. But then that fucking 3-pointer, that stone cold ass 3-pointer. I don't remember who passed it back.
And he hit the pose afterwards too.
He just held the pose. Incredible. So yeah, I don't know shit about college this year. I wish I kept up a little bit. I didn't. Yeah. I'm gonna try to read a bunch of ESPN shit and see what I think and see who wins. But you're all probably gonna crush me in the bracket, or you're not, because this is really just luck anyway.
It's all just luck. Goddammit. There's no skill in picking who wins that.
This is just like fantasy football, and all the fucking Matthew Berry articles in the world aren't going to save
it's
you.
Not going to help.
Not going to mean. I want to know if Matthew Berry wins his own leagues.
I actually went to I did a story with him maybe 2 years ago when I was doing Stashed, and I went up to Bristol and kicked it with him, and that motherfucker lives the life.
Really?
He lives the life. He's a former TV writer comedian who just kind of lucked into like fantasy football shit. And like he's the fucking man over there, dog.
Really?
Like, it's ridiculous. Like shout out to Matthew Berry, man. Like, he gave me like his book and shit and signed it, whatever. And like they treat him like he's a fucking rock star over there.
Who the fuck wants a Matthew Berry book?
I don't know. It was there.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I did.
You read it?
It was a pretty good story.
Oh, wow.
Like, he's a guy who's kind of similar to you guys, who's like kind of doing comedy, that was doing like TV writing and all this type of shit. And fantasy football was just kind of his thing. And then he just lucked up into being like this fucking superstar of fantasy football. And like before ESPN really got into it, he kind of like made it their thing. And
apparently, that's kind of what Kuiper did.
Yeah.
Someone just told him like decades ago, you should be a draft guru. There's nobody there who really knows the draft. And then he just started doing that, and then somehow got an ESPN, and now he's made a career for 30 years.
If you do anything long enough by yourself and be the first one, you're automatically going to be authority.
Oh yeah, you're going to be the guy.
Yeah, like if you were like, hey, I'm gonna I'm gonna be the first one to eat human feces and find the one that tastes good.
Oh yeah, they identify a future market.
And it's like, you may not pop for like 3 or 4 years, but that 5th year.
That's really honestly a terrible example. But there is truth to, if you can find the future market. Like, here's a market that's coming. I'm gonna be the guy that does it.
Yeah.
You're going to make a lot of money.
You'll make a lot of money. You'll be very popular and be gainfully employed for like probably the rest of your life, unless like you touch some kids or some shit.
No, for sure. I wanted to hate on Matthew Berry just because I just want to take shots at ESPN because I feel like that's, we're like 50 Cent before he got shot. Like this
Facts.
is just, I'm just going to take shots at everybody and try to get on without a rob.
I mean, I have a similar strategy. Like, I kind of did the same thing in music. Like, I used to just talk shit about people all the time.
And
then,
worked.
like, they would like pull up my old tweets, like, "Oh, how are you gonna say this about Wale?" And now, I'm like, bro, I was broke. What the fuck are you gonna tell me? Like, I was broke and angry. Like, all right, my bad, dude.
Now, when you met these guys, what'd you say?
Same shit.
I'm broke and angry.
Back then, I was broke and angry. Like, the fuck, I was just talking shit on Twitter, dude. Like, your ego's that soft. Well, that too. But
I feel like I'm almost too little to hit. Like, I really kind of think this about certain people that are like athletes. Like, if an athlete beats me up, either I really deserved it, or he's a dick.
Yeah, he's got to be a dick.
Like, in the court of public opinion,
like,
he's going to be a dick,
pick up someone
right?
your own size, bro.
Like Cody, how tall are you? 6'1". Cody, that's above average height. That's a good height.
Yeah.
But if Cody beat me up, people would be like, this poor kid got beat up. And Cody light skinned. People wouldn't even, but they would still be like, this monster.
And I'm almost positive he's way younger than you. And I'm gonna look at him like this monstrous person. Like,
exactly.
how terrible can you be to pick on little Akaash?
Exactly. So I think I can get away with it too. But there is a thing, and we talked about this a bit. When you meet these guys, because we talk shit on athletes, when you meet these guys, or how are you going to handle it? Are you going to say I was young and angry, or are you
just got to own it. You just got to own it. Like,
the Charlemagne thing of like, nah, I can't shake your hand, man. I talk too much shit about you. That's a brilliant and honest way to handle it.
I mean, you could do that too, but I think that's like almost the same way. Like, it's almost the same type of like.
Oh, I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Where it's like, I talk shit about you, but like, what the fuck? I was young and fucking broke. Like, just talk shit about everybody. Like, all right. Like, I've had to sit in board meetings with people. Like, I used to talk shit about DJ Khaled religiously. I've had to sit across from him in board meetings, and like he didn't bring up no tweets or nothing like that. But some people have in the past. They're like, "Oh, you're, okay." I remember. I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do?" I said what I said.
How do they handle it?
Sometimes they were like, "All right." A lot of times, like most of the times, like, it just kind of rolls off their back. Like they just want to see if you're gonna like react and be, "Oh no, it wasn't me," when they know it's you. But like the more you're just kind of like, "Yeah, I did say it. My bad." Like whatever. Fuck, it was years ago. You're gonna be mad at that? So
I feel like because we're not young and broke.
I mean, now I'm not.
And we're still going to talk shit. And I do think about this. Yeah. And that was why, I mean, again, T.O. had when you met T.O., he had no interest in talking to me. Yeah. But even if he did, I was just going to be like, nah, man, because I know I would talk shit about you. I saw
your face. T.O. came into the booth when we was in L.A. and we like dapped or whatever. And you being a big Cowboys fan, like it didn't register in my head. I was like,
it was
that you
really
didn't fuck
funny.
with T.O.
Thank God I didn't commit to trying to meet T.O.
But I saw your face as I was like your attitude shifted so quickly. I'm like, you went from like we were all having a good time to
just don't look. And I decided in my mind, you gotta hold your ground because I don't. T.O.'s incredible, but I also think he's destroyed every team he's been on. I think he's a beast in a lot of ways. I think even though he destroyed every team he's been on, there was a story that came out years ago that Hugh Douglas, who was a good linebacker for the Eagles, tried to fight him. He beat his ass, and then I think he might have been naked, but then he just told everybody else on the Eagles, anybody else who wanted with me can come get it.
Yeah.
Any motherfucker who wants it can get this work. And that's dope, but I wouldn't shake
Just fuck your team up.
But I know I talk shit about you, so like I'm not gonna shake your hand and be like, oh, it's so nice to.
You just gotta keep that same energy.
Yeah,
man.
you gotta keep the same energy. Yeah. I would look like a fuckboy.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. Very true. I don't know, man. I guess you just gotta, be that type of person you are all the time.
Yeah. Coolest thing about your profile, though, is I remember Pusha T commented on some video you left, and I was like, yo, because I'm a big Push fan. I'm like a Clips fan.
Yeah.
I'm such a Clips fan. I bought the Malice CD after he became No Malice.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I couldn't even bring myself to
I bought the No Malice album on iTunes.
I cannot bring myself for gospel clips, though.
Yo, I fucks with it.
Gospel clips could not. I gave it a spin, but I was like,
no, it's not good.
Out of respect.
Malice is so dope.
Yeah.
My favorite verses in hip-hop are Andre's verse on Jazzy Bell, Andre 3K.
Okay.
And Malice's verse on I'm Not You on the first Clips album.
Facts.
That shit was still, both those verses are my favorite verses in hip hop.
Jeez. I mean, Pusha T owns a lot of my, like, it still bugs me out that, like, he knows me. You know
That's
what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like, I don't, like, it's not lost on me when, like, some of my favorite rappers are, like, a text away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, man, dude that wrote motherfucking, what happened to that boy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
fucking
it's
grinding, dog?
Yeah, like, dog, like, I fucking, I cut class to buy your albums, dog. Like, it's crazy. But, it's definitely not lost on me, man. But it's we just kind of got to keep that same energy when it comes to meeting people that you talk shit about
So
all the
listen,
time. Like,
when we meet Austin Rivers.
Yeah, Austin, like, dog, like, bro.
I'm going to have a smile on my face, but I'm not going to pretend we didn't talk shit about him.
I'm like, bro, did you not play like shit?
Did you not get better when we talk shit?
Did you not play better after we talk shit about you? Like same thing with James Harden. Like, I ran into James Harden. Like, this is before we even had a show. This is like in Vegas. And he was dating somebody that I knew. And
he was
like in the same we're in the same circles. So I took the picture and
believe it or not, she's black.
She is black.
I was shocked. Shocked.
So she sent in the picture.
SHOCKT. Shocked. This bitch was black.
But yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. Like,
Well, what'd you say to him? Were you like, oh, look at the new MVP front runner?
Well, we didn't come up with like the cute shit until like much later afterwards.
Right.
It was like when I was still very much like bearded and mohawk. So like somebody's like, yo, you guys got to take a picture together. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. And we did. And when the person that they were talking to like said like, hey, this is the guy, whatever. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, like, he doesn't terribly look like me, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm just saying when we run into these people again, like, the energy will be kept.
So James Harden, for a fact, knows that we call him adorable, right?
Yes, this is a fact. We call his game cute and adorable. And
he knows this.
And teensy.
Because you're cool with...
Dog, allegedly, from this person...
Someone in his harem.
And she described this in detail. She was like, there was one time... He was literally laying on the bed with his feet up, scrolling through my Instagram.
Ain't that a cute way to look at your phone? Ain't that an adorable way to look at your phone?
Like, it was like legitimately, like the way she described it was hilarious.
He's on his belly.
He's laying on his stomach, looking through the Instagram page. I was like, yo, the fact that you didn't take a picture and send that to me, I don't know if we're friends anymore because I would have needed that.
For sure. We would have put it online as a problem. She knew that.
That would have went on the shade
I bet
room.
he was on his stomach with his feet in the air, ankles crossed over. He just got a real Drake game. It's adorable.
It is adorable, man. It's cute. It's smoochie poo. It's one of those.
All right.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here, man. We had a good show. Oh, get in here, Alex. Okay.
Alex been
wanting to talk shit.
Shout out to the asshole army. Throw him up. Please don't send me dick pics.
Saying dicks.
Please don't send me dick pics. You guys, some of you, like, god damn. But please don't send me dick
You
pics.
really seemed interested in those. You said it like you. Some of you.
No,
God
no.
damn.
I mean, it's like too much.
I was about to say
too
like,
much dick. You can't handle it.
You sitting here is only going to implore more people to send you
honestly,
dick pics.
the worst move was for you to sit here and beg for no dicks. The worst move. That honestly, now if whoever made it to the end of this podcast is for sure sending you a dick.
Yeah,
listen, guys, if you're embarrassed sending your own dick, it doesn't have to be your own dick. Just send a dick, and I'm gonna keep asking for this. assholes.
Oh man.
Come through on this one. And then ladies,
man.
it doesn't have to be
Sprinkling a
your
titty
titties,
here and there.
but
Yeah.
sprinkle in some titties so he has to check. He needs to know. He needs to be like, this could be titties.
You know what? It would be even better. It would be even better if the female listeners of the show were sending the dick pics.
And the guys were sending some titties.
When you go to the Instagram and you see like the DM from the woman and it says view photo, and like, oh, this is it. And it's like, bam, dick in your face.
Because it used to suck. Some people would reach out and with encouraging words and shit. And now I'm afraid to open fucking bed.
so funny. Oh, fuck.
Every DM I'm afraid to fucking open now.
And that's what we're trying to do, all right? This is a flagrantly feminist movement to get guys to stop womanizing.
Yes. Stop objectifying these women, all right?
Via Instagram. Alex got a little bit of fame, and now we all up in his DMs.
This is how you learn, okay? This is how you learn.
To the lady asshole who sucks at ping pong.
Oh.
Just gonna keep it like that.
Wow.
That's it.
That was very
I
insider.
would call you the N-word and be like, shit out here.
Yeah.
This ain't your fucking platform to flirt, motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Send
I'm
us
out
two
here.
dicks, everybody.
I'm out here.
Two dicks for that.
This is a 2-dick minimum now.
Nah, she was trash, though.
Just
She was
raise
trash.
it up, goddamn it.
She was trash.
But anyway, wait. So time out. So you're like you out here dating fans and shit?
No.
Take
Yo,
a ping-
I
No.
Go on ping pong dates with fans,
All right,
bro?
so that was a
Is that
good
what
show.
we're doing?
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
I think Alex Dayton. Do not edit this out, dog. I swear to God, if you edit this out, I'm gonna keep it on. 'Cause
Alex
he asked me the name, and I sent it to him. But I knew why he wanted it, and that bothered me that I was helping him.
Alex is on his Lloyd Banks shit right now, dog. Hell yeah, fuck fans. Guess what? Your favorite rapper does too. Enjoy that fame, Alex. I respect it. Anyway, this has been Flagrant 2 for Andrew, Akaash, Kaz, and Alex's dick pics.
At ALEXX Media.
Media, yes.
Guys, if you have 5 friends that listen to Flagrant, get 2 more. And then one of you sends titties, and the other ones all send dicks. Ladies, send dicks. We need the lady assholes. Send this man dicks.
Yo, we'll
Porn
catch y'all
star
next week.
dicks.
Goddamn.
God bless. The future is female.